G Money.
Yo.
First and foremost, chill out.
Different level.
You over here hyping the guests.
Different level today,
stop,
man.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. What's this over
You
here?
try to turn the You threaten to turn the laptop before the show starts.
Laptop turn around.
You just got that this new way.
First of all, shout out to my man Rome, man. His Instagram is Arts Glazer. He actually made the He Cool Man logo.
Yo, did he pay you to talk about him?
He gave me this nice hoodie right here.
Did he pay you? You never share money. You don't share money with me.
When I hold the hoodie?
You don't that hoodie's fire. I ain't gonna lie, but you don't share money.
Yo, Ron, what up, man?
You don't share. How you doing, man? How's everything? We're back, man.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, man.
Wow.
Good seeing you, man.
First show of the year, right?
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
The last Flip the Script episode been causing a lot of trouble.
Yes.
You back at it again. You are single-handedly responsible for causing this trouble. Yeah.
Me?
Yeah, you have been Zeno going. There's a guy that dissed him on the record too. Forgot this guy's name. You're bad, bro. And I'm tired of this. I'm tired of you.
Zeno the other day on live, man. He showed me some love, man. Shout out to Zeno.
They always throw shots at me. It don't be me. How you feeling?
Shout out to Benzino, man. Dope episode. I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling great. New year.
Hold on, JOG. Hold on. We doing our introduction. You over there having a side conversation. Let me. You can't talk while we introduce. OG.
Oh my God, I'm excited.
We can't talk and introduce. Let us finish. We gonna get to you. We gonna get to you. I got something for you. You talking spicy.
Go.
Good. Thank you. Shout out to everybody. Happy New Year to Michelle.
Happy New Year to Michelle.
Happy New Year to Basky.
Happy birthday to Basky. His birthday is this weekend.
Happy birthday to him.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me just say this, because I'm excited about getting to this episode, because he's a little too antsy.
He's ready. I'm ready for him.
My assistant said, Shyne said, yo, there's a guy that sent a DM dancing around with Biggie. He was in Belly. I'm like, what? Let me see. I look. Hey, I watched the whole thing. There was a clip. He was sitting. I thought he got deported. He was sitting in front of trees on top of a balcony. I said, what is it? Trinidad?
I sent you the icon.
Yo, hold on. We didn't introduce you yet. We're going to talk to you in 4 minutes.
Yeah, you go straight.
I'm going to get to you. When we introduce the episode, I'm getting right to you. Hold on. Let me just talk. Let me just tell them what I saw.
Yeah.
I saw him. I said, yo, this is fire. I watched the whole thing. I said, oh, this is fire. And y'all know I don't sit through. I watched it.
Yeah.
I thought it was dope. They had I don't know if it was an interview. I thought it was dope. That's what they doing. You know what I'm saying? And I don't watch nothing, but I watched
What are you
it.
talking about the first joint?
Then
They pull up.
hold on. Then we got him up here. How you feel about what we about to do?
Yo, man, I ain't gonna lie. At first, I'm like, okay, I didn't really. I knew him from the movie. That was it. To be honest, I didn't know the rest of the history. But I'm glad that he's here today because this show is becoming a more informative show to the people and to myself. You know what I'm saying? He's a part of hip hop culture, man. You know what I'm saying? He's considered a legend. You know, he's been around the legends. You know what I'm saying?
So let's get to it.
Let's
G
get to
Money,
it. Yo,
episode 180. Nigga, we made it. We got a special guest.
yeah.
Talking spicy. No, don't do all that. Don't do that. Stop hyping.
Yeah.
I matched the energy, man. All the guests.
Yo, chill out, man.
I matched the energy.
Round of applause. My man, JayBlack in the building.
What up?
He's here.
You know what I mean? I'd like to say thanks for having me. You know what I mean?
So you introduced the guest, the comrades that you brought with you.
Yes. By the way, first and foremost, my name is JayBlack, aka Black Bananas. It's a lot to tell. I'm here with some of my comrades, my manager Larry, his beautiful wife. Salute.
Bringing pioneer loving hip hop.
Yeah, definitely.
First,
Mama Jones, TV reality
rap,
shows.
All of that.
He got a big catalog himself.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So stay working hard, it's consistent.
But hold up, Black. The reason why we jumped at you, because we see the culture, and you on the ground with it. Same way when Bad Boy started, he was the ground with it. He started the street team, the promo, the bullhorns. So we want to give that history to you because you do your research, you do your background, and you tell a full story.
Appreciate that.
So that's why, in all the interviews, JayBlack did no interviews like that.
Respect.
So with his story, they see Belly from him, but they don't know the day ones in Scarsdale, New York, that saw the Bad Boy records. JayBlack, street team with the bullhorns, that pavement of Bad Boy that JayBlack.
You know, it's,
Juicy video, jumping in that water. Big told him, son. He gonna tell y'all today. JayBlack.
Respect.
Warning. Remember them niggas on the hill up in Brownsville? Who Puff talking about? JayBlack.
yeah.
Roll dice with.
Craig
Yeah,
Mack,
facts,
Flavor in your head. The
facts,
little
facts,
homie in the
facts.
back.
That's a fact.
JayBlack.
Fact. Yeah,
Can I
fact.
get down jumping off
Fact.
the
Talk
chair?
that shit, B.
JayBlack.
Talk that shit, big homie.
I'm from the world. I don't got no.
We
global.
I'm the OG. I'm the OG.
Where you from though?
I'm from where you from?
Queens?
I'm African, brother.
Yeah, right.
Nah, come on. No.
When we do that, listen.
Let's go. This one
Come
of
on.
the
We
shows,
do
man,
that.
I'm telling you.
Come on,
We cut
son.
ourselves from a lane. We don't do that.
I'm from the Nile
That's when a nigga,
River.
ho.
That's
When
where
a nigga-
JayBlack is from, the Nile, the upward
fact.
flow, nigga.
That's like when you go to the yard, nigga G check you. Yo,
facts.
where you from? We don't do that. I'm the OG.
But you have a,
I
you
do
have
the
a-
G check.
You have a, I mean, nobody G checking me. Last time I got G checked.
I'm older. I'm your older.
Salute.
I can
But
do
I
that.
have no OG, but I respect you.
Right.
Respect you as a man.
Right.
But I do want to know you have a twang. I don't know if it's Jersey. I don't know if it's Philly. I don't know. So I just wanted to relate to you by saluting you wherever you was from. No trying to play.
Yeah. We don't do all that.
You don't do it? Okay. You can take the
I'm
mask
Muslim.
on. You put the mask on.
Yeah, COVID.
Yeah, take that.
All right, so back to Black.
Hold on. You can't direct our interview, okay? You an OG, you can't direct the interview. I can't let you do it. I'm going to stay here all day.
In
with you.
the yard, I do.
Get
I'm
him,
the
son.
We got the
man.
yard.
I'm the imam in the
We
yard.
got the yard.
I'm the man in the
we
yard.
outside. We home.
You know what I mean?
We home.
Never home.
Y'all
You're
principals.
never home.
Y'all
Well, I'm
principalities.
You're never home.
Hey, explain to me why I'm not home.
You're never home.
Explain to me now. Break it down. Hold on, JayBlack.
Yeah, I'm gonna let him. We gonna explain.
Explain.
Home is a mental.
Mm.
Home is a
I
mental,
respect
brother.
that. See, my ego ain't that right there.
Don't be lying.
That's good. But can you take that off, please?
COVID's out here. And I'm older. I'm 44.
Yeah, so you making it.
You don't look 44.
Because I take care of myself. Alhamdulillah.
Respect.
And honor. So I want to get back because I want honor and I shut my mouth because he got a story to tell.
Respect.
B.I.G. Right? Day one.
Christopher Wallace.
Every promo behind him. The interlude Mace. The skits that ever started with Bad Boy, JayBlack.
Yeah, you can pull him up. Ill joint.
He said when it all go down, Puff Daddy and the family ain't able to save you.
Ill joint.
The snitch skit. Do you see this?
Yeah, real joint.
Locks.
I wish you could
Money,
pull him
pride,
up.
respect.
Pull him right up.
And it goes on and on
We
and
heard it. We
on.
heard it.
Ill joints. Ill joints.
But you got a story to tell. Go ahead, bro.
It just basically started out from the divine of the divine, man. You know what I mean? Like, you know how it came into play, man. I was in the block running around doing my ones and twos, my dimes and dubs. You feel me? I'm on the block dimes and dubs before I met B.I.G.
Chill out.
Early in the show today.
Yeah, really, real. This is how it really
Early in the
went.
show.
I'm on the block doing dimes and dubs on the block before I met B.I.G. Then my man Groovy Lou, I don't know if you're familiar with Groovy Lou, but Groovy Lou's a big styles right now. He running around with Nipsey Hussle baby mother. What's her name? That's who he running with right now, this minute, as we speak on your show. He's running around the world with her. Anyway, his name is Groovy Lou, right? So Groovy Lou was a friend of Puff Daddy, Sean Combs. I don't really call him Puff Daddy, I call him Sean. It's only certain people that can call him Sean. If you call him Sean and you wasn't around Sean time, you can't call him Sean.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So when he hears Sean come from certain people, he gonna G-check some and he gonna let some slide, depending on who the face. You know what I mean? So with that Groove, you know, it was like, yo, Black, coming through the block. Groove was from my hood. I'm from a town called Mount Vernon, New York. If you're not familiar with Mount Vernon, New York, a lot of heads came in at Denzel Washington, Heavy D, the boys, I'll be sure. We can go on for days. But the soil up there is infected with superstars. Real shit. You know what I mean? Just that soil up there in Mount Vernon, 4 square miles. Hey.
so long. Let's take our.
Shout out my man. What's my man over there? Shout out my man. You can't.
Hockey Move Fitness, the great.
Yeah, come on.
The biggest hockey move.
Don't let him
Hockey
be there.
move.
Oh, nah, well, he gonna come in.
I want to shout everybody in the building
Nah,
out.
this
Yeah,
hockey
yeah,
move.
He got me hyped.
yeah,
He got me hyped. He got me hyped.
Yeah.
Now I want to
Pull
turn
that
up.
shit off, huh?
Yeah.
He got
Pull
me
that
hyped.
shit off.
He got you.
I'm home now. He cool.
You know what he really is?
Yeah, he got me hyped.
You know what he really is?
I want to shout everybody out now.
he
Hey,
really-
look.
He really
You
the
see him?
real.
You see him?
He's the
You see him?
2021
Tell him.
S1W.
Now beyond that,
it's a different regiment.
you got the culture, you got hip hop, you got fitness. Murder in the game.
Yeah, facts.
This my baby.
Yeah,
Since a baby.
yeah, facts.
Solid.
He was running the streets with me when he was 5.
Yeah.
When I had the 2-way pager, he was with me. He was outside that long.
Yeah.
What up, Hot? Listen, look at him. Got the mayor, everybody got the streets, Brick City. That's what it is.
Yeah, he's a smash out there.
That's what it is. That's hockey mode.
He's a smash.
This team is crazy. I don't
He's
know.
a smash, B. Niggas are smashers.
G, you know what? Because you know, let me put it together. Because you know, I'm a little off cannons. From here, I'm straight cannons. Because I ain't gonna lie, they got me hyped now.
Let's go.
Yeah, G, easy then, G. Straight
up.
cannons from here.
Straight cannons from there.
Yeah,
They got me hyped.
Yeah,
He got me hyped here.
Yeah, definitely.
So you want to slow down a little
Definitely.
bit?
Bow and
gotta set it
arrow.
up.
You want to
You gotta set it up.
Crossbow.
You want to shoot and come back?
Crossbow. This shit, B.
You gotta set
What
it
are you
up.
talking about? Yeah, let it go.
Oh,
Yeah, let it go.
Cardi B.
Yeah.
Nigga,
Cardi B.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Shoot and come back.
It's
Really.
legacy here.
Yeah.
Cardi B ain't popping if we don't throw Mama out rapping. That's a fact.
Real shit.
Mama Jones, the first hip hop reality star rapper. We did Radio 1, Power 99, all of that. They took the blueprint, gave it to Cardi B. That's a fact.
Yeah.
You gotta know your history before you talk to us.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
history out here.
Yeah. And we not mad that you don't know it, because that's why we're here, to give it to you. So when you go into your next phase of your life, you got some good history.
Yeah,
I want to just keep shooting. I don't want to go back
Real
to
shit.
you gotta just slow down. Let's slow down.
down.
You know what I mean? Word. So.
All right, so this what we gonna do. So we gonna get back to the bow and arrow and all that,
Yeah.
and
and stretch it.
We gonna
Don't
stretch,
play
we
no
gonna-
games
we
with
gonna-
it.
we
Shoot,
gonna-
Full of
Get him, G.
long stretch, man,
Long stretch, son.
and let that bitch go.
Get him, G. What are you
Word.
gonna do, G? Go ahead, turn up.
I'm gonna take my time.
Yeah, relax. You know, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Okay, we made it.
Yes.
And you know what's the most important thing? We have to think that we got up and walked away from the bed this morning.
Facts.
Priceless. Can't put a price on walking away from that bed this morning.
Facts.
Hey, Black, who had more energy than you at Bad Boy?
Nobody.
No,
Just you and Puffy.
That's, you know what? I'm going to tell you some real shit. That's how I got the roll belly. On my personality.
hold on,
my
we ain't
energy.
get there yet. Cause I seen you on stage too with
Okay.
with the Gucci.
Yeah, Gucci,
box-
Versace.
Versace, my
Yeah.
fault.
Versace and constructions.
I seen that.
At
Yeah.
the Source Awards.
You a wild boy, man.
Yeah. And that's what started the beef. Just that energy, that energy from right there, me holding the plaques on the joint like this, death row, fuck them, fuck y'all, Snoop, fuck y'all, it's bad boy, it's bad. But not fuck them as like I don't want to deal with y'all, but
Right. Just
I'm
here.
working on Bad Boy
Yeah, we
right
here.
now, so if it ain't dealing with Bad Boy,
That's it.
screw it.
All right, so look, I don't want to waste too much time on usually for our show we take our time and go through the history and all that
Right.
from before where we know you from. So
Okay.
I want to go there quickly and come back to the because
Okay.
I want to stay here today.
Okay.
But before that, let's go back before JayBlack was in the movie, before JayBlack was in part of Bad Boy.
Okay.
Where you from? Let everybody know that.
Okay.
That part, and then we're gonna go back to the haya.
Copy.
You know what I'm saying?
Ready now?
Ready? Let's go. So
JayBlack.
Slide over a little bit. Talk what you talk. Now, make it like I want to say, there we go, right there.
Good.
Leave right there, Black.
Good level.
let everybody know
JayBlack.
where you from when
Yeah,
you grew up
yeah,
at.
yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure if you're like my man over here. If you have no home or no, I mean not home, no.
Yeah. Sometimes there's no home though when you in the field.
Yo, you trying?
Yo, listen. Sometimes
trying to
there's
play
no
with my
home.
man?
I'm not trying to play
Listen,
around with him.
Yo,
I'm
listen.
saying if you don't claim a
Yo,
location,
sometimes there's no home when you in the field. Depends on how you feel about your work.
Yo, oh.
that's why I said I don't know how you.
Yo.
Now, is your work where your money come from? Home or your money come from out of home? What the fuck you been home for?
All right, tell us about your childhood, man. How about
Childhood was crazy. Group homes.
Or
Group homes, fighting, punches in the face, kicks in the asses. You know, group home. I grew up in the town Mount Vernon, New York, which is 4 square miles, about 20 minutes, 30 minutes from here.
that? Right.
You know what I mean? A lot of people grew up there, Denzel, Stephanie Mills, all that. And I never thought about the industry in my life. I was on the block, dimes and dubs, hustling, selling weed, doing anything to make $1 on the streets of Mount Vernon, New York. I had a loud mouth. I was very anxious, excited. So that grabbed the attention of my man, Groovy Lou. Groovy Lou said, yo, son, I want to go take you to meet my man, bro. I said, who's your man? He said, his name is Sean Combs. Who the fuck is Sean Combs? He said, yo, he about to do a record label called Bad Boy Entertainment. I think you'll be a good part of it. Well, let's go on up there then. Takes me to Scarsdale, New York. Never forget. 6 Cobra Drive was the address of the building, the house. Puffy must have rented the house for a year, whatever, just to start his business in there. It was like 7 of us in the basement. Harv Pierre, June Balloon, Mark Pitts, myself, Kurt Barrows, Puffy, Misa, and Nasheem Maverick. Those are the only people I know that was in this basement of the 6 Cobra Drive mansion in Scarsdale, New York. And from that point on, Puffy said he was about to start a business called Bad Boy Entertainment. We need to get out there in the world and let everybody know about Sean Puffy Combs, P. Diddy. It wasn't even about Big or Craig Mack. It was
Not
about
yet. Right.
Sean Puffy Combs.
Now your man Groovy Lou, he brought you there for what reason? Just because your energy?
He brought me there because he wanted to see greater things in my life.
Okay, so he saw what you were doing in the streets. He was like, "Let me get you out of this and bring you somewhere else."
Yeah, because your personality is infectious.
Right.
Before we go to that, what did you said group homes? How did you end up going to a group home?
Just being bad in school, being non-tolerable in school.
So you
not following directions, abuse of authority. You know what I mean? So the family that I was living with was like, yo, we can't take it no more. We're gonna put you in a group home.
So, but you didn't know your mom and
nah, I never knew my real mom. I was adopted.
Adopted from a baby.
Yeah, from a baby. My story. My sister told me. My adopted sister just told me recently that I was left in the house and the mail person kept coming to the house, kept seeing mail. It was like, nobody's here. Nobody's getting the mail that I dropped off the last time. So when the mailman looked in the window, they seen a baby and a baby thing in the house. So she called whatever, like there's a baby in there, but I've been dropping mail off at this place for the longest time and nobody never picked the mail up or so boom, the police came and whoever came and took me to this family that adopted me. You know what I mean? This lady, Miss Grant, Bernice Grant was her name, from Mount Vernon, New York. And that's where my life started at right there. Like, it was a good family. You know what I mean? It was a church-raised family. Good principles, good morals. Not, never short on food, never short on clothes. And it was always nice clothes, nice food, nice Christmases. This family, the Grant family that raised me. So to this day, I take my hat off to that family because, no telling where I could have been if that family wouldn't have provided and took care of me.
Wow. Respect. Shout out to them.
So shout out to the Grant family. You know what I mean? I love y'all. You know what I mean? If y'all listening and watching, I love y'all and that's it. I love y'all to death.
You gave them trouble.
I gave them a lot of trouble. And not because of them, the way they treated me, is because my mind and what I was in the streets and, I didn't have to be like that. It was just, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out who I was then. You know what I mean? Because I was under the influence of street. I was under the influence of culture. I didn't know. You know what I mean? I didn't really know. I'm still trying to figure out to this day at 54 who I really am. You understand what I'm saying? So, group homes, man, and I say that to say this, that the group homes, it gives you humility. It humbles you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of people's parents that left them for whatever reason they left them for. Maybe just couldn't provide and take care of them. Maybe they wished and counted on somebody else to provide and take care of them better than I could do as a parent. And that's what's going on in America today with group homes and foster care and, because maybe the mother can't take care of you. I can't take care of you. Baby, I don't make enough money to take care of you. So I'm going to send you to this agency where I know that you can be taken care of. I know you can get some meals. I know you can get some clothes, and I know you can have shelter. Because I never know when I'm at my shelter's going to lose. But whatever I'm on, whatever plane I'm on, I don't know. So just with that, that just made me humble. Like, you know what I mean? And then growing up in this town, and being placed in this town, like being placed in this latitude, longitude. All the great people that came out of this town. Here I am being raised in this town. So that did a lot for my influence too. You know what I mean? Just knowing the people that came out of this town. So that's basically it. Just group homes and then from the block to.
So you was hustling.
Yeah. I get me a couple of packs. You know what I mean? And try to move the packs. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Try to try to get my dimes and dubs up. So I get me some fresh kicks.
Okay.
You see, I like to be fresh.
I can see, yeah, fly, yeah.
Y'all see me? Y'all cameras see me? Y'all see me
Yeah,
fresh?
we see you.
Y'all see me? Y'all see me?
With the
Y'all see them
socks.
socks, B? Black bananas, B.
G, chill.
Right.
G, stop hyping
You
it.
got
Right.
like one more, man. That's,
No,
I
it's
can't.
too
Right.
early. So,
Right.
so let me ask you a question. At a young age, when you were hustling, what age you started hustling though? Like, what made you get into that life?
Fast money, nice cars, bitches. Niggas that got the money and count the money, get the winks from the bitches.
The winks. Facts.
Real shit. Facts, right? So the more money you got, the prettier bitches.
So,
Real shit.
He's like, right?
Facts. Like, you know what I mean? Like, honeys don't want no broke nigga. Especially a pretty one. So, you know, she want to be able to tell her friends that she proud of the niggas that she choose.
What was the vibe like in Mount Vernon?
The vibe is crazy in Mount Vernon. It's 4 square miles, man. It's a good town. It's a good morally town. It's just the direction is off in the town. You know, you got a lot of youth in the town that doesn't live up to the legacies of the old school, so you'll fuck up the name because you don't live up to humility and being humble and respecting what the OGs laid down in this town. You'll just disregard, take it for granted.
Right.
After all the hard work, it's just like all the people that put in the work to vote, put in the work to vote, and motherfuckers don't go out and vote.
Right.
And then you expect the laws to change, but you ain't vote for that dude to change the law. So that's basically what Mount Vernon is like. Mount Vernon was like a small knitted town where everybody know everybody. You know, it was nice. The school and the education was nice. You know, I went to a school called Graham School was my elementary school, and then from 6th grade, after I graduated 6th grade, I went to 7th and 8th grade, which is a junior high school, and then from the high school. I never went to Mount Vernon High School. I never graduated from Mount Vernon High School. I was in a group home at this time in Long Island called Melville House, and I graduated from Bethpage High School, which I was the only black guy in my whole school.
Oh, wow.
In Bethpage. But, you know, the girl that I met that liked me was a white girl. So and that girl happened to be one of the baddest white girls in the school. So all the jocks that wanted this white girl was like, oh, she's a nigga lover. And I don't know what it was with me. She used to always be like, yo, why'd you come to school every day with a different pair of sneakers? This is our culture. A lot of people don't understand that culture. Like, yo, why the fuck do you got fucking a pair of sneakers for every day of the week? That's the culture.
Yeah.
Is it real? That was real shit though. Why you gotta have the same sneakers on the set every day for the week?
Yeah, because they don't catch much.
They don't do that. White people had the same corduroys on for a month.
yo,
Us?
Yo. Chill out.
Our niggas will break on us for that. You bum ass nigga. Fuck out of here.
Yo, chill out.
Right.
Chill.
Fact, Black.
Don't talk about corduroy. Nah. Don't hype. Get out of here. Hey, chill. Stop, man. Stop hyping it, man.
Right,
I
real
gotta
shit.
listen to I gotta listen to him.
It's real.
I
Stop.
listen.
Hey, chill out, man.
Yeah.
Don't talk about people in their corduroys, man.
I love corduroys. I love corduroys to death. I'm a corduroy dude. I'm a corduroy dude. Right? Especially the older you get, the more corduroy you get. Yeah, real shit, because niggas don't know about young niggas don't know about corduroys.
I had a couple pick.
I'm just keeping it 100.
I had a few pair.
As you got older.
No, when I was little. Back
Oh,
in
well,
the days.
then you had good parents.
Yeah, when I was.
It was your dad and your mom's.
Yeah,
They liked
facts.
the yeah, right.
Yeah,
Well, you ain't. It was your mom's and dad that brought them. Hey, try these on.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
And you liked them.
What you wore at a young age?
Me, I was more sweats and they had these. My mom used to always buy me these pants called choppers.
Okay.
Jordache,
Okay, no joke.
Sassoon, shit like that. You know what I mean? And then as you get older, I started getting Guess. I started getting Calvin Klein, Lee's. Now, older 40, I'm in the Valentino,
Oh,
Versace, Birkin, excitement, right?
you gotta
Right?
relax, man.
Right, bro, this real shit though. You know what I mean? The older you get, the more aware you get of what's around you.
G, don't. It's too early.
Bananas, G.
Don't
I
show
know.
him- G, don't show. He gonna
You ain't gonna forget this night, G. This is a good
He
night.
trying to wheel you in. Stop.
He don't even know he
give
really
it.
be
It don't matter.
Already, I'm done. I'm brought. He brought me. Right.
G, stop.
This is what we do all around the globe.
G, don't do it. G, don't do it.
Right.
It's too early to show that love. G, it's too early. It's too early.
Right, do it. Hit that motherfucker. The fuck out of here. Hit that bitch. Right.
He not cool. He not cool, G.
Man, you got it, Black.
Yo, G. You turn on all it. G, it's too early. It's 28 minutes in the joint.
It's this guy, man.
Yeah, B. It's an ill dude sitting on his couch, bro. B.I.G. dude.
B.I.G. loved you.
B.I.G. said to me, he said, yo, Black, word to my mother told Puff, he said, yo, Puff, straight up, I don't want to go out the country without this dude.
Wow.
He said, when we go to Japan, Tokyo, Netherlands, and all that, this dude got to go with me. And I never met him before in my life. I just met him for the first time. And how he got to be my artist, Puff used to have this hat. It was a lot of artists. Craig Mack, 112, Total, everybody in the hat. And the artists and the people that was in the office had to pick out the hat. And I happened to pick B.I.G. So I was like his personal liaison to whatever he needed. Pussy, beer, blunts. I had to go get that for B.I.G. So when B.I.G. and then my honey game was impeccable. Because the honeys that I used to bring in the office, yo, Black, how you get this bad bitch? It's like my personality, my nigga. Like it was times that I was living with Puff, like in the Maury Hill section. You know, if you're familiar with Manhattan, you know the Maury Hill section, 33rd and 3rd Avenue. Puff had a duplex over there. I was living in there with him, right? And I had bagged this Swedish honey named Milo. Shout out to Milo, baby, wherever you at in the world, I love you and I miss you. I had this Swedish honey, right? Bad as a motherfucker. And I brought her to the crib, and Puff was like, yo, I want to fuck her. So we sat in Puff's crib, her, Milo, me, Diddy. Puff gets in my hands, yo, Black, I want to fuck her. I said, hold up. I said, yo, Milo. Puff said he want to fuck you. She looked up and said, Puffy, I'm not interested. I don't like you. I like JayBlack. Puff told me to get out. But I love you, Big Diddy, for that. You supposed to tell me to get out because you wasn't going to get that pussy. I still love you, though, my nigga.
So let's slow down. So okay. So let's take baby steps again, because you know we get. You can wheel me in, man, but you know I'm so quick. I snap back out of it. I don't fall for the slick talk.
Right. I respect it.
Let's get back and slow it down.
I respect it.
He's not me.
But you know what you fall for though?
Well, what guy?
The feeling.
Oh, don't hype me. Don't hype me. Don't do that. Don't hype me.
Can't get no real in the feeling.
Don't hype me like that.
All right.
Your words is good.
Yeah,
it ain't
shoot
good
it.
enough. It's good though. Sharp.
Shoot it.
I feel razor blades walking around.
Right. Shoot it.
So hold on. So your man took you. Let's go back to he took you to Puffy's crib. Puffy had a crib. What's the area again? You said
Scarsdale, New York.
Scarsdale.
6 Cobra Drive was the address of the house.
So he said that we got to get the Puff Daddy name out. Now, tell us what happened. What was the transition from that? Like from being in the house.
From getting the name, the brand Puff Daddy started to now, or
yeah. Like from that, cause we like to take baby steps. So from the house, like the next couple of steps, what happened?
Then from just going to prepare all the facilities downtown.
Okay.
From the house was the prepare. From the house, we had to go downtown and get familiar with New York City, because this is where the office was going to be located. So one of the things that Puff used to always tell us to do is like, yo, go around East and West Coast. First learn East Manhattan and learn West Manhattan. A lot of people still don't know that to this day. What separates East and West Manhattan? People don't know that. This is what I had to learn doing a promotion game, because I had to know certain areas to hit. So with that, Puff used to like, yo, go get business cards from everybody in the West Side and business cards for everybody in the East Side. And it had nothing to do with nothing. It's just to familiarize you with the area. Right. Familiarize you with downtown, uptown, what's downtown, what's east, what's 140 opposed to 60 West 44th Street. A lot of people don't know that. You understand what I'm saying? Nice. So that was that was the transition to go from 6 Cobra Drive, the house, to New York City to learn about New York City. Subways, buses, which directions they going, where they going to, because all those is a part of promotions and marketing. Wherever those buses and trains went out to, that's what we had to go do. Where all the people was at, Port Authority, Empire State Building, we had to go be at these areas to promote this shit. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you a question real quick. Where do you think Puffy got the money from to do this? Was it from throwing parties, or you didn't know that?
Probably that too. From that, and then people that liked his energy. You know what I mean? Because you had a lot of dudes that wasn't into the music game that liked Puff's energy. You know, street dudes that get a lot of money for whatever reason, whatever. Yo, whatever you need to do. Just as long as we can be up in there buying drinks, popping bottles, let's go. Like, yo, I'm with that. Like, so, you know, I think it more came from him getting popular from his party throwing, being a promoter, rather than somebody just throwing him the bread until his brand, his Sean Combs got out there. Then you got Clyde Davis and all these guys coming at him saying, yo, let's do this deal, whatever. Andre Harrell, let's do this deal. You know, but, you know, when it comes to Mount Vernon, you know, shout out to Puff. I love him to death because Puff made me who I am today. I got to shout my nigga Heavy D out. Dwight Myers. Shout to Heavy D, Dwight Myers, Albie Shaw, Jeff Redd. These dudes was before Diddy. Like, real shit. Like, you know, for people that don't know. Like, Jeff Redd, Albie Shaw, Google it. Jeff Redd, Albie Shaw, Denzel Washington, Stephanie Mills, Google where they from. So these dudes was way before Diddy. You know what I mean?
But they didn't make you who you are, did he?
Yeah, Diddy definitely brought me to the globe.
Now, so you run around, you learn the streets.
Mm-hmm.
Who was the first artist that you met from Bad Boy?
Craig Mack was my first artist that I met, and I just liked his drive. I liked his ambition. I liked his work ethic, and I liked his lyrics. You know, his look wasn't a rapper look. You know, I had to learn to deal with that,
right,
and gravitate to that.
Whoa.
But
yo, just slow down. You got to learn to deal with it. You don't got to deal with his look.
No, but you know, I'm not the look
that
as a personal look. I'm talking
about
about like a rapper look, like to have the look of a rapper. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know,
what he look like? Then what he look like to you?
He didn't look like a rapper.
What did he look like?
He looked like just a regular dude coming from the street. Like, you know, like
a dude.
Yeah, just a regular dude coming from the street. It looked like I had no rap talent, no rap qualities, nothing. But then he showed me that he had this rap talent, and he put all these qualities together, and I was drawn to him. You know what I mean? And the way he uses his rap and the way he motions, because all this is, you know, when you see him rapping, you don't see that. And that's what made him gravitate to the Globe too. The Globe gravitated from that. It's Craig Black Boy, and you know that was amazing to a lot of people. You know what I mean? So that was the first artist, Craig Mack, and then Big came to the table, and Puff. I remember, I never forget when Big came in the office. This office was at 8-10 West 19th Street. Right? This was the first Bad Boy Entertainment office. It was times I had to spend the night in there for the guys to come. I had to open up in the morning time so they can come put the chandeliers up, you know, fix the offices up and all that. You know what I mean? Whatever they had to do. But yeah, man, it's dealing with that, bro. The whole Bad Boy, P Diddy, Notorious B.I.G, incredible.
So you remember when he first came into the office?
Yes, and when he came in there, Puff was like, "Yo, everybody come up here. I want y'all to meet this new artist I got." He's like, "Who?" So everybody peeking. And yo, who the fuck is this nigga? Who this fat nigga he brought up in here? B.I.G. Who this fat ass nigga? B.I.G. black ugly nigga. B.I.G. Who is this nigga? Big came in there and Big said a couple of verses, B. And I was amazed. I was like, yo, how the fuck this nigga put these words together like that? Because that's what amazes me about rappers. It's the wordplay. It's the wordplay that makes me feel that if you're a good rapper or not. You know what I mean? And when you're a real hip hop connoisseur, you're not gonna listen to bullshit wordplay. Like, you're not gonna be gravitated to that. You're gonna be gravitated to, did you hear what the fuck he just said? And that's what Big did for me. Like, you know what I mean? And then I had the opportunity to be his personal. Like, you know what I'm saying? So with that, he took me around the world, man. He's like, yo, Black, I don't want no album. Anytime I leave the United States of America, JayBlack got to come with me. You know what I mean? And this is where we at. When he died, I was sick, bro. I was sick when B.I. died, just like the world was. You know? But that's what got me there. My personality got me to every realm of my life right now was my personality. It was no experience. It was no application.
Right.
It was none of that. It was just like, how you turned that goddamn thing around, that's exactly what my life been like. And that's real.
100%.
Ain't nobody coach you to do that. This is your mind telling you that, fuck it, I got to give it to him.
Yeah.
This dude is official. In my eyes.
100%.
Your partner, y'all got to work together. But he going to get there, though. He going to get there. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He going to get there. he going to get there. But
Yo,
you know, usually, go ahead.
Now, you finish
You know what I mean? Usually, you know, especially with human nature, you know, the spirit is what's gravitated. And that goes with male, female, whatever. Like, right. You know, like you know, I was telling my homies last night, a fresh haircut can get you some pussy. And the reason why I say that, the power of a fresh line can start a life. Because that honey will be attracted to that fresh line and give you some pussy and you get her pregnant. And it all started from that line. Or the way you smelled. Or the way you dressed. Or the way you moved. Yeah, I like that nigga. That nigga smell good.
He talking facts, though.
And now I'm going to go get this nigga some pussy.
He talking facts.
Because he smell good.
It's facts.
Now he gonna lay down with me, and he gonna bust a nut at me, and I'm gonna become pregnant. Now we gonna talk about the child. I don't want to have it. Well, you having it? I don't want to have it. And she fell in love with the line. I'm having it. Or fell in love with the smell. I'm having it. I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm having it. Now you got a child by her on the strength of the line, or the way you wore your hat. Real shit, bro. I'm giving you real life shit. Real shit. Like, you know what I mean? You take it for what it is, bro. Like, I seen it. Like, you know what I mean? It ain't got to be about car. It ain't got to be your Benz. It ain't got to be your diamond chain. It's what you say come out your mouth and how you smell. I'll get you that pussy. Facts.
Big facts.
So that's where I'm at with it.
Yo,
well, come on, keep it coming. Let's go. Let's go, Shrek. Let's go.
Back to B.I. You know, I'm back to B.I.G.
Okay.
What was your you know, I'm sure you got plenty, but what was one of your best memories of him? You and him.
One of my biggest moments with Big, we was in Wembley, in England, and my honey name was Perminda. Shout out Perminda. She worked for BBC as a reporter. Big said he wanted to fuck her, so I was like, yeah, no doubt. That's how we give it up. We don't hide. We that's my man right there. Give him some. She was like, how dare you say that to me? Like, what type of guys are you? That's the type of guys we are. Give them some. So she looked at me, looked at Big like, come on. So I said, don't worry about it. You go out. He going to take care of you. So they go in the room and do what they going to do. She said after she came out of the room, she felt horrible. But Big, when I come in the room, Big trying to get it. You know what I mean? Well, you know, big ass, you know what I mean? Looking crazy. So I said, Big baby, you need some help, Big baby? What's going on, Big baby? Big was like, nah, Black, we got it all in control. And that was one of my biggest moments with Big. You know what I mean? Another one was the Juicy video. Was, you know, a lot of people see me walk inside this Big, I jumped in the pool. The reason why I jumped in the pool was Big told me, he said, yo, listen, stay out of trouble and we're going to be running around in mansions. And I got excited and jumped in the water. I never knew what the fuck a mansion was. I seen it. I ain't know. You know what I mean? But Big said, yo, stay out of trouble, man. We're going to be in a big mansion and you going to be right there with me. You going to have your own room. You going to be good. And I got excited and jumped in the water. And that's where it went with that. You know, but it's so many great moments with Big, and man, it's so many great ones, man. But the highlights is
Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago. Another great moment. We in Chicago doing on some promo tour. I told Big, I said, yo, let's go to Rent a Center and let's go rent a couch. And go put the couch in the middle of the highway with picket signs and bullhorns. Right? And Big sat on the couch in the middle of the highway. Oh my God. Our team with bullhorns and picket signs, talking about Bad Boy, Notorious Big. The traffic was incredible. That's what did it for Bad Boy Entertainment too. Just that connection of the community to the label, the streets to the label. That was the connection. That's what made people gravitate because they liked the work ethic.
The Source Awards.
Plaques.
Plaques. Oh, OG, don't hold back.
Yeah, plaques. Source Awards. That's to me. That's what started the East Coast West Coast beef.
Let's talk about that.
The first Source Awards.
Let's talk about that.
When
95, right?
95, right? When you know, before we even go to Source Awards, Puff was like, yo, Black, we at the crib. Puff was like, yo, what you gonna wear? I got what I'm gonna wear. I want some Versace shorts and a pair of Timbs and some Versace glasses.
He was
That's how I
cool
want
with
to hit
that.
the stage. Did he say, you sure about that? You want to go out there with your boxers on? Facts, let's go. Showtime. I go out there, killed them. And that's what I think Suge Knight got upset about. Because because I got the plaques.
How you did it, Black?
I'm holding the plaques up, right? Mm-hmm. Walking around the stage with the plaques. I mean, you go in the video, you see it. I'm holding the plaques up. Everybody amazed and looking. And then, the whole death row over there looking. They go all crazy. Who the fuck is this nigga? Holding the plaques up. We say bad boy, yeah, fuck death row. Niggas bad boy life, nigga. And niggas got upset. Suge Knight got in his feelings like, yo, fuck bad boy. Because that's his competition.
Right.
So any competition to the competition, you're going to say, fuck the competition. Because that's your competition. So with that energy of that night, made Suge Knight say what he said. Well, we don't care about the CEOs dancing all up in the videos. You was mad because you a CEO and you're not doing it. You're not getting the recognition that you're a CEO. That's not getting the recognition that Puffy's getting. Puff was just a little more active than you were, Suge. And his activeness has Suge Knight jealous. Just goes with our whole label, the activeness of our label. That's why you think Death Row became active. Because they watch us come active. They watch us be active. So Suge was like, yo, these niggas is too active. We got to do the same thing. And those was the two labels. Death Row was no other label that could match up to the matches.
At the time, yeah.
Death Row and Bad Boy Entertainment. And through those both moments, I was there. You know what I mean? Like, you got a Jaguar White running around out there right now. I don't shout out to Jaguar White, but I don't know her. But she good. I mean, I just don't know her.
She talking a lot about a lot.
Yeah, but I don't. She wasn't in my moments, so I don't know her.
Jack the Rapper. Let's talk about the
Yeah,
real
Jack
shit.
the Rapper is incredible
Some of that incident, Jack the Rapper.
with the Suge Knight joint.
Talk about it, Black. You gonna give it up. You got the history,
Yeah,
bro.
it was a moment. It was a moment. Jack the Rapper was a conference. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Jack the Rapper, but it was a conference. It was a musical conference that showcased brand new talent, right? And it was originated in Atlanta, back and forth from Miami to Atlanta, which is a conference where all the labels, brand new artists come out to, showcase their new artists. So anyway, however, we was down at Jack the Rapper. And my job as a promoter for Bad Boy Entertainment was to run around the venue with the mic. Bad Boy, B.I.G, 112. So now I'm having this mic talking this shit while Suge Knight, Daz, Corrupt, Snoop was performing on stage. So when I came out this mirror, I mean this curtain running around Bad Boy, but I see Suge Knight. So Suge Knight was like, oh, that's where the fuck this racket is coming from. This nigga with this mic. Who the fuck is this nigga with the mic? So he grabbed me by my neck. Was choking the shit out of me, Suge Knight. So I had a pencil in my pocket that I usually keep a pencil because I usually keep notes of where I'm going, how I'm moving, and all that for Puff. Because Puff was like, yo, I need to know what you're doing. Like, tell me what you're doing. And sometimes he ain't really want to know, but just to keep you on speed of what you're doing, keep you on speed of how you moving around. So Suge grabbed me by my neck, man, was choking the shit out of me. So boom, I took this pencil out my neck, out my pocket, and I started stabbing him in his face with it. But by the time it can get too crazy, both entourages was there separating us in the middle. So after that point, Suge went one way, I went another way. And then that was it. That was it. And then
Yeah.
yeah, go.
Why you was antagonizing him?
This is what I do.
So you antagonize.
Yeah, that's what Bad Boy do. We antagonize. You don't see the logo? You don't see that little Bad Boy logo, that Bad Boy?
But why you antagonize?
Because that was the logo. I'm representing the logo.
So you just antagonize. You just wanted to
That Bad Boy.
While they performing, you going to antagonize.
Facts. Yeah, niggas, we doper. We doper. So boom. And when I look at it now, as I get older, I could have been more respectful.
Respect.
As a respectful person. But then I was young. I didn't care nothing about Death Row. I cared about B.I.G. I cared about Notorious B.I.G. I cared about Sean Puffy Combs. That was my obligation. I pledged allegiance to that. You understand what I'm saying?
Respect.
And that's how I carried it out with that.
What was some of the issues that you witnessed personally? Some of the industry issues between Bad Boy or fights or whatever. What did you share with us that you did?
A lot of the issues came from jealousy, energy pump, because you don't know me to be mad at me. You don't know me not to do business with me. Only thing you know is that I'm excited and I get busy on that stage. That's the only thing you know. Right? You don't know about me. You never did no business with me. You don't know my name. You don't know none of that. Only thing you did is see me dance around and blow that stage up. That's how you got to know me.
But you heard the question I asked though.
Yeah.
I didn't ask what caused it. I said, what did you see?
Just.
You ain't slick. See what I'm saying? Don't fast talk.
No, listen.
Where were you in? What did you see? Now I'm turned up. What did you see?
I seen niggas get stabbed. I seen issues. Yeah, I seen another issue was pay issues. Yo, why we can't get this hotel? Why we got to get this little suite and these niggas get these big suites? I seen a lot of that. I seen a lot of production house. You know, when you do concerts all around the world, you got a production room. Mm-hmm. That the production room computers is messed up and nothing's working. Issues, mics not working, late to rehearsals. You know what I mean? I seen it. I seen a lot of that.
A lot of people, not a lot of people. Let me not say this, but usually when people talk about Puff, you know, they try to paint him as a guy that's soft, but he's really not.
He's a gangster.
Give him a story about.
He's really not. He's not.
being
Hold on, B.O.G. Come on, man.
Give him that story.
Oh, no.
I gotta remember him the liaison of the mind.
Hold on. Let me ease into it, man. Hold on.
It's my man. Keep me up to speed. Get the black. Put it in his brain, nigga.
He's doing a good job, but I gotta run the train.
Facts. You supposed to. He ain't gonna stop. So go ahead.
No. But we gonna be here all night.
He not gonna stop.
We gonna be here all night.
I told him don't stop.
I got prayer.
We gotta run the train.
We
Can't wait.
Faja.
Can't wait.
And let me explain why.
Yeah.
Niggas can't ride the train. Niggas can't drive the train from the middle of the carts, nigga.
You right.
I'm in the front.
Look. We take it to Faja Salat.
Yeah.
But what time is that? What time is Salat? 5 in the morning. 5:30.
Respect. I'm not.
We do this.
I ain't questioning anything about.
Yeah.
I don't. I got
We
too
come
much.
as we is.
Timing.
I ain't playing right there.
Chemos, golf.
Listen, time don't even matter no more.
All that.
Time don't matter no more.
Then my man go look.
Hockey move fitness. Muscle.
Let me put it back
Yeah,
on.
we honorable.
I ain't taking your
Can't
honor.
say ain't who they are.
Allow me to do. Hold on. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
The video y'all did, that was him behind the camera?
That's a fact.
Yeah. Facts.
Exactly. How would I know?
Yeah.
A nigga, nigga
fact.
interviewing.
Yeah, fact.
So you interviewing a nigga on Flip the Script. You might as well sit here, nigga.
No, you. We don't flip the script.
Now I'm talking to my man now.
Nah, he good.
He honorable though.
Yeah, he honorable.
You honorable.
That's why. But that's why he said that though. He said yo, flip the script. It's honorable, B. That's what he told me.
He's solid.
Because to me, I don't care about flip this. Who flipped the script? Do we know JayBlack? Right.
I respect it.
Right. Do we do flip?
You was here before you.
But so flip the script. So my man told me about that. I said I'm with it.
Listen, I'm with
now I come here and meet you. Can't wait to do it again.
Nah, I like the fact that somebody like that, all jokes aside, in your corner that's reminding you is dope. I definitely want to know the information because he's putting you on. So tell us about what he was saying. Tell us about the story. What's the story you asked for?
Tell him again, son.
Puff fight. You seen Puff fight? You seen Puff fight before?
Definitely. Beat a nigga ass. This was in Atlanta at the hotel called. What was the Lennox Hotel. You know, it was right across the street from Lennox Mall.
I know you're talking about.
Swiss Hotel. That was the name of the hotel. The Swiss Hotel. And my man Howie, this dude named Howie from my hood. Him and Puff got into a little scrabble, and Puff, he watched him.
Why do you think people think Puff is? He's not sore. I heard a lot of stuff behind the scenes about him.
Yeah, Puff ain't.
Is it because he danced and he laughed?
Yeah, that's probably what it is. That's what it is. Because he danced and he laughed. They think he's soft. So most dancers, they think is soft.
Nah, he ain't.
But definitely he's a gangster. I've been around him. I lived with him. I drove his cars and all that. He's a gangster. Word is born, he's a gangster. And now he getting money now. That brings the gangster out more.
He put the beats on your man.
Definitely scraped them. We don't call it beats, we call it scrape.
Scrape. They do the hands?
Definitely.
Did your man get a hit off? Pause.
Little bit, but Puff sustained them hits. Yes, Diddy. I love you, B. You're a beast. Yeah, Diddy's a monster. He's a beast.
Why you wasn't there when the situation happened with E40 and Big? Where they threw with it and remember they booked the show with Big out there in California and E40 had people throw change at him.
I wasn't there.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't know about that one.
They threw change. They threw change.
They threw change at Big.
They threw like
Chains, coins.
Yeah, coins. Yeah. Because he got booked in California, but they booked him because remember, I guess he said a line about E40, not E40, but he said a line about the Bay Area rap. It was a story.
I don't. As long as I known Big, I never known Big to have beef because Big wasn't a beef guy.
So
any beef that I hear that came from Big, I don't believe it.
So
Because Big wasn't that beef person.
it was people like you that caused it.
Definitely, or his entourage that caused it. Facts. Real talk.
What about Junior Mafia?
They just did. They just was under Big. Junior Mafia is dope group, dope artists, dope talent. It was under the direction of Big. Big said, when I make it big, I'm gonna pull all the niggas that used to hang out in Fulton and St. James with me. That he felt that had talent. Lil' Kim, she didn't know she could be who she is today. Like, who did? None of us knew that we could be who we are today. Nobody. Bron, Puff, Drake, we go on for days. Niggas don't know what they could be until they really be who they be. Like, right? So, yeah, man. Junior Mafia, they was just a young B.I.G's young little rapping group that had a nice little shine because B.I.G.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
When the first time you met Lil' Kim?
First time I met Lil' Kim was back in '90. I met Lil' Kim through Big. Big introduced me to Lil' Kim, saying, "Yo, came to the office, man. This is a little female from the Bronx, and she nice. She a little nice little freak."
From the Bronx?
Yeah. Well, this is what Big said.
Oh, okay.
Kim is from the Bronx though.
Oh, word?
Yeah. Google it.
Google it.
Google it.
That's
all. That's it. See what Kim is from.
That's crazy. I ain't know
Huh?
that, bro.
Kim,
I ain't know
the
that.
BX, man.
You sure?
BX.
What it say?
They said she was born in New York City.
Okay.
Bedford Stuyvesant. Hold on.
New York City. New York City is Manhattan.
The BX. God damn it. I wish she could call his phone right now. She's there to BX. Rise up, BX.
Okay.
You know? So with that, first time I met her, I thought she was adorable. I thought she was cute. I thought she was sexy. And then she had a talent for rapping. But she was a regular rapper. So Big said, in order for you to be big, you got to become sexy rapper. You got to talk about dicks and cocks and pussy. That's what's going to make everybody love you. And then you're going to do posters and you album covers with your pussy open. This what's going to get the world to gravitate. Look what the world did to her.
Yeah.
Until she started putting them shots in her. So that's whatever she wanted to do with that, that's all good. But I still love her to death. Kim, shout out to Kim. I love you, babe. Where you at in the world?
Nah, salute to Lil' Kim. You see some albums on the wall, too? You say you worked on some of these albums on the wall, too, man.
Yeah.
You walked in here earlier.
Usher, Nas, DMX. Never worked with LL, but knew him. But the niggas that I really put hands on was Usher, Nas, DMX. I don't know if you guys remember a female by the name of Tracy Waples. She used to manage Jay-Z. She used to manage Puff. You know, she was running around when we was running around in Bad Boy Entertainment. However, I just heard she got saved. So shout out to Tracy Waples. Good luck with your life, whatever.
Absolutely.
But this is before Jay even got big. I don't know if you ever heard of Essos, a club called Essos.
Nah.
You never heard of clubs like that, Essos? All right, there was 3 main clubs in Manhattan.
Latin Quarters?
Nope.
No.
Tunnel,
Tunnel.
Limelight, Palladium.
Played, okay. Yeah.
Those was the 3 major clubs in New York City that promoted the biggest parties. The Palladium, 3,000 people in there. White guy by the name of Peter Gation owned it. He used to always walk around the club with a patch on his eye. White guy, Russian, maybe Russian, but you know he was the dude that opened up these clubs for Black America in Manhattan. Because you know it was no clubs for Black people in Manhattan.
I heard that.
You know what I mean? So you know, just thankful. And then the Tunnel, you know, was incredible. If you ever experienced the Tunnel, you know what the Tunnel was like. You know, John Singleton was going to do a film on the Tunnel, but he passed.
That would have been crazy.
But you know, people used to come far as from North Carolina, Virginia to come to the Tunnel on Sunday nights.
Yeah.
That's
No,
how
Flex-
bad, that's how
no,
ill
Flex
that
was-
club was. Like, and whoever missed that era, like, you know what I mean? But it was the most incredible era. And that's where the labels got their shine from. These clubs, these DJs pumping these radios, because that was one of my jobs, was to get the vinyl and take it to the radio station. Get the vinyl, take it to the DJ.
That's what Flex was running
And
for,
make
for a
sure,
minute.
and Flex will tell you, if he was here right there, ask Flex about JayBlack.
What did he say?
Ask him. Yeah, you see what he gonna say? He gonna say just like how he turned that joint around? That's what Flex gonna do. He gonna turn around and tell you what he gonna tell you.
That's a fact.
Word is born. That's a fact.
That's a fact.
Hey, cool, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So you ask, you know what I mean? You ask Flex,
He don't like
he was
that.
a beast.
Look,
Flex,
Yo, so something happened to the tunnel too. With you and what happened with you and Jeru or something like that?
Ja Rule, I was fucking Ja Rule's girl. I didn't know it was his girl, but the bitch liked me. Right? But come to find out it was J. Rule the Damager's girl. So now I'm living with Puff, and I brought her to Puff's crib. I ain't had no crib.
Wait, is it J. Rule or Ja Rule?
Ja Rule the Damager. J. Rule, what's his name? J. Rule the Damager?
Jeru, right?
He was something Damager from Brooklyn.
I'll make sure we're not saying Ja Rule. I don't want to miss.
Not Ja Rule.
Okay.
Irv Gotti Ja Rule.
No.
Shout out to you, Ja.
Okay.
But J. Rule the Damager was his name.
Okay.
But he had a girlfriend that I know, and she liked me. She liked my energy, and we got up and we smacked. And she told him that she didn't want to deal with him or whatever. I'm going to deal with these niggas over here, and he felt that she jumped the ship. So don't blame me because she jumped the ship. Blame is something you ain't do.
Ain't your fault, right?
Yeah, right. Ain't my fault. It was something you ain't do. So with that, he used to always pop shit. Yeah, fuck Bad Boy and fuck JayBlack and all that. But he didn't really care about that because he wasn't on the same lane we was on. So
he came looking for you one time?
Nah, never. He just talking shit. He knew where he was at, knew where the office was at, and all that. He just said, fuck Bad Boy, J. Rule, JayBlack's pussy, whatever. And I forget the name of the record, but it wasn't really nothing to me. Fuck it. It was just, fuck it. We move on, B. We gotta keep moving.
So you was fucking this girl?
I think so. I think so. I think they
Raw,
really.
raw, right?
Raw,
right?
Nah, hell no.
Yeah,
I squirt raw. I pull up and.
Oh,
Yeah, that's right. Boy. That's right.
Oh, is it?
Nah, because Muslim. I did right.
Relax.
Yeah, right.
Oh my God.
Yeah, right. Right. That's a fact. But I was smacking her, and I didn't really know that was his girl, and he got mad that she decided to go run with us rather than stay with him.
But how long you was with her for? A day?
Nah, longer than that. Maybe like about a year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was dealing with her off and on for about a year. Yeah. So he just got mad, like, yo, who's this dude, JayBlack? And, I wasn't really a big figure. I was just a dude that had a lot of energy moving around with the right people. And she was gravitated to that.
Oh, yeah, he said, we snatched up JayBlack and beat his bitch down.
Ja Rule the Damager, right? Damager.
JayBlack would be cool with J. Rule in his face, but then behind his back to this girl. He was like, why you hanging out with this punk?
I apologize, Mike.
She said, what? And put the phone next to J. Rule ear. He said, why you hanging out with that punk motherfucker? So J. Rule heard him say it on the phone. Next time we were at the tunnel, JayBlack was right there and J. Rule got in his face. When J. Rule did one day lyrics, he was like, let's throw that dart. I wasn't against that. Oh, okay. So J. Rule got into he was mad.
I don't remember it. Anything I get in my face, I'm biting you. That's where I come from. You can't get in that space.
Facts. But
So if he ain't get popped, if the captain don't say he got popped,
nah,
then that wasn't me. He wasn't in my face.
got it. Okay.
Real rap.
Okay, now I'm with you. Real quick, it said that you put together Biggie and Craig Mack promo.
Yes. What that promo was, me and the help of other people, me, Harv, June Balloon, Shan the Butcher, we had orchestrated being that Big and Craig Mack was Big and Craig Mack at Bad Boy Entertainment. We came up with this promotional plan called, the Big Mac. Which the Big Mac is a McDonald's
right? Yeah.
2 all beef, lettuce, bacon, not bacon, but 2 all lettuce, beef, sesame seed on a sesame seed bun. So what we did, we put the mixtape in the bun. One side, the A side was Big, and the B side was Craig Mack. We put lettuce in there and all that, and started to distribute it as a promotional item to people. So when we was giving out to all these radio functions, these BREs, these Jack the Rapper, these conferences, people was amazed, like, yo, the fuck, they give us burgers with tapes in it? Who does that? We killed them with that. You know, that was one of the highlights of the promotional marketing campaigns for Bad Boy Entertainment.
Did your personality, because you have a very erratic personality.
Say it again?
You have an erratic
Yeah.
personality.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of erratic. I was erratic, but I learned how to tone it down a little bit.
Right.
But have your personality offended anyone with not Desert Storm? I mean, not Death Row, but like anyone part of the camp. Did anyone not like? I don't like.
Yeah,
him,
at one time, with Diddy too. Diddy used to get a little crazy because he felt that with my personality created influence. So when you have that type of personality, you get this influence over my artists. You understand what I'm saying?
But why would you feel like that? Were you trying to do this?
Because the artists will be gravitated to me. They'll be like, where's JayBlack at? He makes my day, makes me laugh. Where's he at? He tells me about my music. What do you think I should do with this music? Should I put this track in? Should I put this hook in? What do you think? You know what I mean? And the artists used to come to me a lot, looking for advice, looking for that JayBlack say it's good, we good, we on the way.
So how you know Puffy didn't like that?
I can see it in his face. I can see it in the spirit.
So you can just see it, but so he ain't tell you.
It was time that he'll do it. You know what I mean? You sense it. You know what I mean? But I wasn't trying to knock Puff. I was just trying to give up who I was.
Respect.
Like Puff is the man that signed y'all. So listen to Puff. You know what I mean? Because if Puff if Puff drop you from the label, I ain't got to play it for you. So please listen to Puff. For sure. Right? Listen to Puff. So, but with that, they just like my energy. Like, they like the realness in me. Like, Black, if the record is doodle or the record ain't no good or you got a booger in your nose, JayBlack gonna tell you your breath stink. I'm not gonna hold it back and say, yo, you gotta get that booger out your nose, bro. That's the same thing with the music. Like, yo, I don't like that. That's whack, but I'm about to go out the room. I don't like that joint. Because I felt like a sucker if I was to say that I said I liked it and I didn't really like it. That ain't me. That ain't being real me. I feel lousy and it's just like going to a fight. Just like in prison, you get into a fight and you don't fight back and you go to your cell. How you feel? You feel better if you scrapped. Either you win or you got beat up. You'll just feel better that you did it.
You did something. Right.
You know what I mean? So that was the thing with me. I had a big interaction with the artists.
So you think that he probably wanted them to come to him for everything more so?
Yeah, because he was the man. He got him signed. You know what I mean? But they was around the label. They was around the people that worked the label more than they was around Diddy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Diddy was the head guy of the office, but they would come to the promotion guy, the marketing guy. Yo, what you think we should do at this club tonight? Mm-hmm. What you think? Should we bring the whistles? Should we bring the bullhorns? Should we bring the picket signs?
So,
you know what I mean? I think our label was the only label that did that. Picket signs and bullhorns. I never seen no other label do it.
Who started that, bro?
JayBlack, Bad Boy Entertainment, Street Team, Guerrilla Tactics. And then your man Steve Rifkin took it and patented it. When we didn't know nothing about patent and trademark, I didn't know nothing about that. I was going for the ride. I was excited about the ride. That I'm running around the world with this label that's incredible. Mm-hmm. The artist is incredible. I didn't care nothing about publishing rights, and I didn't think about none of that.
What did Steve Rifkin do?
He went and trademarked Street Team.
Smart guy.
Yeah, smart. But you're smart. You're smart. But be smart and do something smart. Don't take an idea and we can't call that smart.
Well, we don't know if he took it. We don't know if he took it.
I know he.
We don't know if he took it.
I know he did.
Oh, you know he did. You're assuming he did.
Nah, I know he did because before Loud didn't have a street team.
Nah, he took it.
Loud Records didn't have a street team. There was only one label that had street team. That was Bad Boy Entertainment. Now you do your history and you go back and you look. What label had street team?
None.
Rock and rolls. Rock and roll. Rock and roll.
Rock and roll. Who? Rockefeller? No.
Rock and roll.
Oh, nah, hell no. They ain't have street teams.
Street teams. So Steve Rifkin, he
Took it and he took it and trademarked it, patented it, whatever he did with it. Where he made it as if it was him. But if you was to get him in one of the mics, he gonna tell you that. He probably won't tell you, but he got it from somewhere. Where did you get it from, Steve?
I'm gonna ask him.
Yeah, say where you get it from. Ask Steve Rifkin, do you know JayBlack?
I ask him.
Yeah.
Hold up, Black. A little more detail of that. We talking about the 90s, right? Mm-hmm. Whenever there was a major event, All-Star Weekend, anything at the Rock, anything going on across the country, they tore the streets up.
Facts.
Bad Boy was like
I remember
an earthquake.
I got arrested for being a spray paint bandit in
He
Los
was the guy
Angeles.
that plastered the whole cities.
Word up. They arrested me for defacing public property. That was my charges. What I did, I got a stencil that had our Bad Boy logo on it and our artist, and I spray painted that stencil all over the L.A. County. And they arrested me.
What you do at the Empire State Building?
I took 10,000 flyers to the observation deck. I told Puff, I said, listen, I'm tired of running around giving these flyers out. I got a better way to do it. Just give me 10,000 flyers. I'm going to go to the observation deck. And at lunchtime, when people are out running around going to get their lunch from Wendy's, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, I'm going to launch them shits off the joint. So now when people walking around down in the bottom, down under the Empire State Building, they were, where the fuck is all this confetti coming from? So that you got to read it. You got to see what it is. What the fuck is this? So like maybe 2 times out of the week I would do that. 10,000 in the air.
I mean, I do it now with my little flyers, but
No,
not like
don't.
that level. I might be driving at the gas station. I drop some flyers off there, some little sticker here, like
Crazy. You got to put them in a pillowcase and get on the highway and do 80.
In the pillow.
promo.
Yeah, put all the flies in the pillowcase
I be
and open
trying
up
to
the
tell
window
people,
just
man.
a little bit. Open up the window just this much.
So you just,
Right. And fly down the highway.
I be doing it
Who
with
cares who
I
picks
do
it
it.
up and who cares? Don't they just want people to see?
Just want-
Yeah,
exactly.
who the fuck is this right here?
I'm from the
This is
same.
what I'm telling you. This is the era of the drive that we was on.
I know what's up with that, man.
Word up.
My man Rome was on that same
You know
wave
what I'm
too.
saying?
Rome was with Bad Boy for a long time.
You know what I mean?
what I'm
So
saying?
you gotta that's what Puff that was the direction like Puff right now. Like, you know, Puff ain't stopped. Puff told you 10 years ago.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. Now look, 10 years later, what is he doing? Can't stop, won't stop. 10 years later, can't stop, won't stop. And that's where I'm at with it, with my life. I ain't got the money, but I got the personality and I got the fucking fire.
When did you before we get into Belly real quick, when did you and Bad Boy like separate?
When Big died, I just said fuck the industry. Because the niggas that was with Big ain't do what they supposed to do to protect Big. So I don't really, I don't,
Black.
yeah, I
Let's
don't,
talk, if you gonna say it,
yeah.
talk about the
No.
cat that
Yeah, nah,
that,
but it was just
you
the
talking about
security detail.
When you talking
That's
about
it.
Jiggy and Mine,
Yeah,
they did their job.
Yeah, just security
They
detail.
love Big.
Yeah, they love they
But the security guy, you
yeah,
know,
the security
the deal guy.
Yeah,
Hold on,
yeah.
He
got
was
scared.
he was on the show with us. A couple
He
years
got
back.
scared.
Yeah.
He was a sucker. He's a sucker. He's a sucker.
Don't talk about Gene Deal like that.
He's a sucker.
How you know he's a sucker?
I'm
You
gonna
don't
tell
know
you
him.
this.
You don't know him. Do you know him or not?
I'm gonna tell you that.
do you know
it's
him
an
or not?
affidavit out.
But do you know him?
It's
or
an
not?
affidavit.
But listen, you're not gonna answer the question. You don't know him. So
I know paperwork. Hear what I'm saying?
Isn't it against you because you're a guy that's honor? Isn't it against to call somebody that you don't personally know a sucker? Wouldn't that be against your principles?
One thing about the Dean is a hadith that's corresponding with another narration in another.
Okay.
Now he was there. He know the story.
Tell me.
It's a Nation of Islam guy, right? He said he spotted him. You don't see a bow tie on the back block that ain't gonna get busy. You see any IK on the back block and you by yourself, he come to murder something. You should have got busy. You put that on Puff, you disrespect the whole legacy. Put his mom probably in tear. You don't bring up no old stuff when the mom lost her baby. You disrespectful. You want likes? You want YouTube hits? Right? You a cop. You ain't no street guy. Right? He didn't get busy. And then that same guy blew him.
Yeah.
His job, did he have a hammer?
Yeah.
His job was to go out and die for Big. If I got someone and I'm with Jim's mom, my job is to protect his mom with my life. Nothing happens because that goes back to her son. That's a violation. You protect him with your life. He did not do that. You do not catch an NOI guy on the back block. What is he doing? Did he have a bean pie? Mm-hmm. Did he?
Yeah,
did he have a final call?
The Gene.
The guy on the back block with the bow tie he saw.
Yeah, he had no
if
final call.
If you know he ain't got that, you should have smoked him. That's it.
And that's my whole thing. Like, my whole thing is that
That's
all the security
streets.
detail, y'all didn't do what y'all supposed to do. Because if y'all did what y'all supposed to do, Big would still been here.
Yeah. And then you put it on everybody else.
Tell us the story real quick. Just tell us the story real quick.
It was two vehicles. It was a vehicle that Puff was in, right? And then there's a vehicle that Big was in.
Okay.
Security detail was with Puff. Security detail was with Big.
Okay.
Car pulled up on the side of the Big's vehicle, started shots fired.
Yeah.
So now security detail, me, if I was driving, I'd have crashed into that car or started shooting for my man. That's my man. This is the dude that can perhaps change my life. So why am I just let him die in vain? Right? And then you know, I know it was hammers because this is how niggas move around. So now why wasn't the hammers used?
So what was the problem with Gene did? What is his issue?
I don't know what Gene. I need to find out what Gene's problem is with Puff. I don't know it.
It's a coward. You want likes.
I don't know.
You want to put a book out.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I used to run around with Gene. You know what I mean? Like Gene is who Gene is, but you know, only thing I know what Gene is. Only thing I know about Gene is that Gene was security detail, right? And no shots was fired.
That dropped the bag.
So is some of the stories Gene did tell true?
Depends on what story you're talking about.
I'm asking you.
I don't know. I don't know what the stories. Gene tells a lot of stories.
You said you used to roll with him.
He tells a lot of stories.
So what's the ones you heard? Is it true? Some of them that you heard, like, yeah.
I gotta hear the story again. I gotta refresh my mind because I don't know what's.
Talk black. When he talking about, listen, and
you know
I listen to the brother, right?
Yeah, you know.
He's saying it's Puff's fault. How could it be Puff's fault?
Yeah.
He's bringing the opportunity. None of y'all would be out here without Puff. This was the problem with these young guys. Don't let no old nigga manipulate you. Your guy gave you an opportunity. He took him off the streets, Puff. You disrespect that man, you have no honor.
Yeah, I ain't trying to disrespect Puff.
These guys will come on.
Never.
What you say? I pledge allegiance
with
my life to Bad Boy.
Facts.
If you see a bow tie, just listen. Listen to this.
Yeah,
the
facts.
bow tie nigga on the back block.
Yeah.
You see this nigga walking up and down, looking. He look weird. Right? He ain't got a bean pie. He ain't got a final call. What you gonna do? Are you gonna alert Big and say, nah, we can't do it like this? Get the gun. Be on point. Stand by the car with the gun. How do you let him get killed?
Real shit.
Your job that you was hired for was to do security. Puffy is a record exec. That's not his job.
Facts.
Junior
or
Mafia,
the artist, or anybody else, the entourage. Security
that's
detail was the security detail.
That was a coward move. And then you go on the internet, bad mouthing, Puff every single day.
I'm not condoning that.
You don't get no guy like that a platform.
I can't do
He
that.
a coward.
Yeah, I can't do that.
You can't do that.
Coward, but
that's a
But
coward,
for whatever
man.
reason he did what he did, he did what he did,
That's
bro.
a coward.
Bro, I'm not.
He a cop, bro. He ain't no street guy. He a cop. Stop talking that street shit. You a cop. Do what a cop do. You got a licensed gun. Blow that shit. Like he said, crash the car.
Yeah, real shit.
Big in the car with his friends, his family.
Yeah, real shit. Real shit.
Where was you at?
Yeah, real shit.
You was asleep. You was in your room.
But a lot of times when incidents happen, we can't really tell others how to act if we're not in that same situation.
Or you should have sit your ass down. You're not built like that. Sit down.
When you with them dudes, B, you know you with them dudes.
Hey, I see something weird. Somebody come around the mosque when I was
You know what I'm
young.
saying?
I had to walk around the mosque. If something don't look right, get busy. Don't let nobody in the masjid if they not right. That's your job. Big, well, Puff showed him a beautiful life.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Come on, man. Look what Puff did for them.
Yeah, facts.
These niggas bad mouthing the guy because their shit ain't right. You made the choice.
Yeah, I can never badmouth Puff. Never. That's my man. And as far as him being gay and all the hell no, Puff ain't gay. Puff is a gangster.
Hell no.
That's what I know. I used to live with him. So all that gay shit niggas is talking about, I don't believe it. That ain't his style. For me. I big with him. And for all you niggas that say what y'all say, y'all wasn't there. So how the fuck you know?
How much places? So you lived with him on 33rd and 3rd?
Definitely. Facts. Murray Hill section.
What floor?
Second floor. So it was a 3-bedroom condo. Word up.
Oh, you about to slide and glide?
You know what I'm saying?
You sure?
You good, bro?
You sound like him.
How's it going so far? You like it? Yeah. All right. Say less. Yeah. We'll see you later, bro. Get home safe, bro. All right. Yeah, but you know, man, and I say that again, bro. Like Puff Daddy ain't gay. Puff Daddy ain't gay. I don't believe it. Not me. I was there. So niggas that say he gay, was you there? And the only way you gonna know he gay is that you go in the room. Did you see him doing something sexual in that room? Did you see anything sexual explicit? So for you to say that, that's the only way you know. Like, we can't go off this dude saying, yo, I seen him laying down with this dude, or I seen him laying down with that dude. Only way I know that is unless I went in that room and seen that. Me.
Tell us a story. Tell us a story about Belly. How you got Belly?
Hype Williams and Nas. Hype Williams was director for all Bad Boys videos.
Right.
Hype used to direct every video that Puff did. Hype Williams like JayBlack's energy. Hype Williams said, Black, I'm doing a movie. I said, yo, what's the name of the movie? Hype Williams said the name of the movie's Belly. But this is the catch to Belly. I need to find somebody that'll get naked in the video.
That was crazy.
I can't wait to do it. That's what I told him. I jumped out the window and said, I can't wait to do it. Me! Pick me! Let me to do it. Let me do it. However, Hype was like, yeah, Black, you got the shot. Black, they called me down for the interview. Right? Word is born, I never read nothing. I never interviewed. I just showed up to the scene. I just showed up to the spot. Sat down at a table like y'all at. It was a couple of white people where y'all sitting at, Hype and all that. Read this line. The line was, we celebrating diamonds tonight. That's what I had to say. And got the role. Next thing I know, I got a call date saying, yo, Black, come down to the tunnel. We gonna shoot these scenes. They gave me $40,000. I still get about maybe $300 a month of royalties.
Let's talk about it.
It ain't a lot, but better than zero. You feel me? So with that, you know, just like I said, like my personality got me into a lot of rooms. Like, I didn't even have a ticket. Super Bowls, all the Super Bowls I've been to in my life, I never had a ticket. All the concerts I've been to in my life, I never had a ticket. My face was the ticket. Real shit, and it's still going on to this day around the world. So wherever Puffin them is at, wherever them dudes is at, Hove, Jay, Tata, any one of them dudes, and they see me, they gonna be they let Black in. Facts. Mike Kaiser, Leo Cohen, any one of them big dudes. Sean Peckus.
You remember when Jay first came around, stuff or was around?
I remember when Jay was trying to get on. The lady that really put Jay on, his name was Maria Davis. A lot of y'all that don't know Maria Davis. Maria Davis had a club in Manhattan called Esso's. Look it up. This is where Jay-Z used to get his shots at. This is where Jay-Z used to let the world know who Jay-Z was. Let New York for the least part. Let New York know that Sean Carter's in the building and I'm a new rapper and I'm coming from Brooklyn and I'm trying to rock. But Maria Davis was the lady that said, yo, come in my club and get busy. If it wasn't for her, Jay-Z would have been at another club getting busy.
How you feel about Jay-Z when you first heard him?
I like Jay. I just, I just think Jay, I like Jay, but Jay talk now, Jay loses a lot of people with his elevation of growth. And he and this is what I think about Jay. Jay's a terrific rapper. He's a great role model. I just think when he goes into his lyric displacement, it's a higher echelon where you don't know what the fuck he's talking about because you can't relate to what he's dealing with. So when you do that to rappers, that's not the culture for me.
Well, how'd you feel when you first heard him rap?
He felt good. I felt Jay-Z's the bomb. He's the dope. He's dope. But he's leading off big. That's what I say. You know what I mean? Because Big was the first for me. So Jay started hearing Big, and then Jay bigging up Big, and Jay probably said this stuff, I gotta rap like Big. In order for me to be big. I gotta rap like Big. So, when I first heard him, he was dope. You know what I mean? He was definitely dope. Well, he wasn't B.I.G. to me. Yeah, B.I.G. was my man.
So it's safe to say in your top 5, Big is before Jay-Z.
Definitely. Absolute facts.
Who's in your top 5? You got top 5?
Yeah, my top 5 is Notorious Big 1, Jadakiss 2, Nas 3, Gucci Rap, Prodigy. That's my level of rappers right there.
How Jay ain't in there?
With Jay-Z?
Who?
How Jay-Z ain't in there?
Who you number 6, 7?
Jay, I mean, you know, I just don't put him in my top 5.
I respect it.
That's all.
Everybody top 5 different, man.
Yeah, my top 5 is there. My top 5 is Gucci Rap. Jay-Z can't rhyme like G-Rap. Facts. I don't care how better you get, Jay-Z, you still can't rhyme like G-Rap. Or you know, another one, my top 5 is Chaos One. Them niggas can't rap like them niggas. Cause them niggas down. You can't rap like them niggas. And them niggas ain't been nowhere. Only reason why you rap the way you rap, not to put niggas down, was where they been. So when you ain't been nowhere, you talking this shit. Big difference.
And we just had Benzino up here last episode.
I respect him.
It was
Shout out to Benzino.
It was a whole thing with him and Eminem. Where do you rate Eminem at as far as hip hop? As far as an artist?
Eminem, he's a good artist. He listen. He got his craft from the culture.
Facts. 100%.
Right? So if he excelled in his craft, he excelled in his craft.
Okay.
That's all. But where did it come from?
The culture.
From the culture. So Eminem ain't start the culture.
Facts.
So how you gonna give him the culture? Facts.
You gotta put Jay in there, Black.
I ain't got
Yes, you do.
Jay dope. Jay dope. Jay dope. Jay
He big up big more than
Jay-Z's
anybody.
official in my book. Jay-Z's official rapper. He's dope. He's a dope lyricist. He talks that shit.
For you, he not top 5.
He just for me, he's not my top 5. I like old school niggas.
I feel like most people, I don't want to say force, but most people,
You know what I mean?
they try to put Jay, Nas, Big, Tupac, like in that top 5. It's like if you don't see neither one of those artists in the top 5, it's like
Right.
So Eminem not in your top 5.
Definitely not.
Why is it a definite?
Because he's just not part of my culture.
That's the argument we was
Some
having.
real shit, B. This is real.
Nah,
I'm
yeah.
giving it to you real,
I'm
bro.
just,
How can you be my top 5 and you ain't even grow up in my culture?
That's the same argument.
Real shit.
Benzino was saying the same
Right?
thing.
Does that make sense or it doesn't make sense?
Nah, Benzino was saying the same thing. That's why I asked
bro.
you. I want your opinion on that.
But he's a dope rapper, though.
Yeah.
He's dope.
Detroit, Black.
Yeah, he's dope. He's from the hood, the ghetto, and all that. But he ain't. Rap is New York, bro. Rap came from New York. Rap came from the Bronx, B. That's who gave it up for the rap in the Bronx, B. And I'm strong about that. Anybody else that don't come from the Bronx, you ain't down with the culture. You might get the talent, but you ain't gonna feel it. You ain't gonna displace it the same. Because you ain't from these latitude and longitudes. Real shit, bro. Like dope rappers in Atlanta, dope rappers in Oakland, y'all got it from here, bro. And y'all gotta respect that, rappers. How you gonna try to be better than where it came from? You can't do it, bro. You can't. And for niggas to let you do it, that's come from that started this shit, something wrong with them niggas.
Okay. He's saying the same thing. Benzino was saying the same thing.
Real shit, bro.
He was saying the same thing
You know
on
what
the
I'm
last
saying?
show.
Like, I'm not taking nothing from his talent. The kid is awesomely talented. But you don't come from the culture, though, bro. That's the biggest difference, bro. And that's substance.
He was a great rapper.
He was a great rapper. Don't
He
have
he didn't sell records just because he had white fans.
Yeah, right.
He was a great rapper.
He was a great rapper. That's what made him sell them records.
That's
He's
a
great.
hater. You know, niggas be hating because
Yeah.
they don't have the talent.
Yeah, real
You
shit.
a hater.
You a hater. Like, you know what I
It's a
mean?
lot
We
of
don't
haters,
hate.
yeah.
Me and my team don't hate. We congratulate.
He's a
When we
hater.
see excel, we see excellence, we congratulate. But we gotta keep it 100. Like, you are not part of our culture. You might have grew up in the ghetto, but that don't make you a part of the culture.
What is the culture? What equals the culture? What the environment, growing up, how you grew up, and then speaking about it.
Yeah, and the feeling that went with the growing up,
Okay.
and the process that went with the growing up. That's the culture. The process that you had to get from where you came from to get to that mic.
Michael Jordan.
That's the culture.
Is Michael Jordan the culture?
No.
Yes. Why? Because he sagged his pants. His shorts. Look at his shorts. It's all the culture the inner city
no.
that's implemented in everything we do, from Russell to everybody. Just
I mean, we'll have our differences, B. Like, you know, it's a lot of shit that.
I ain't agree with you, OG, with
Yeah,
that.
you know what I mean? I ain't never. Mike is a sellout.
Nah, don't do that.
What? Did you see the joint? Did you see the joint? The final dance. Did you watch it?
Yeah, we watched it.
All right, Mike was a hater.
A damn good show.
He didn't want niggas to go past him.
He didn't say that.
He didn't want niggas to go past him.
He didn't say that. He was a competitor. He was competitive. That's how I saw
Okay, ain't
it.
nothing wrong with being a competitor. I ain't saying nothing about his competitiveness.
He wanted to be the best. That's how I
Right,
saw it.
and the best, the only best. Like he didn't tell them niggas on his team, Horace Brown. What Horace said about him? Mike was a hater. He was his teammate.
Was Bad Boy the best in your era?
Definitely.
All right, so you was the same way. Bad Boy was number one. Bad Boy was number one, right? All right, come on.
That's a good point. That's a good
Come
point.
on.
Yeah, very
So
good
was
point.
you a hater?
No.
All right.
That
Y'all
was
was
good.
number one.
But
was good. That was good.
that's he
That was
made a
good.
good point. But
Good point.
I in Bad Boy, right? We went hard for everybody in Bad Boy. Did Mike go hard for Horace Grant?
We don't know. We wasn't there. You was on the mic.
Horace Brown said it. He said it. He said Mike was the only one that wanted to shine.
Yeah.
Mike was the only one that wanted the ball.
To
Mike
be
went
the
past
best
the ball.
You got to beat the best.
So why
You know what I mean?
you don't pass the ball?
Then when that got far, he passed the ball.
But
That's
you the
being
only
selfish,
one in all the
Reed.
videos, Black.
Exactly.
You in
Why
all the
don't
Bad
there?
Boy videos.
Why you
Everybody
why you
else.
jumping around?
'Cause I was
Why
picked.
you
Holding the
Why you
video.
on stage
Yeah.
with the Versace
Because they
thing?
picked me to do
Huh?
it. They picked me to do
Why
it.
you was on the mic?
They picked me.
Why you was on the mic and
Chosen
said,
one.
"Choke you"?
Because he picked me to do
He's a
it.
chosen one.
He picked me.
You did that. You caused trouble.
I was picked to cause trouble.
First drive, right?
Or was the brother.
First drive pick.
I was picked to cause trouble. And plus the other niggas probably was scared to do it. I said, fuck it, let's do it.
Who else sold out to you?
Sold out to me?
Michael Jackson?
Nah. Mike was a beast. I'm gonna tell you who sold out to me. Artists? What we going? Professional?
Whatever.
Shine.
Shine.
Tell the Shine story. They
Yeah,
don't
Shine
even know
sold
what
out to
happened,
me.
what he did.
Yo, hold on.
Yeah, Shine.
Slow
You know,
down,
shout
Richard.
out to Shine though. You know, like,
we gonna tell
yeah,
it.
but
Shout
I mean,
Hold on.
shout out to
Shout
Shine, but
out to
Shine told the
do it.
police on me.
He do
Shine
it.
told the police on me. Well, it's born. Shine told the police, and Shine said I took the Range Rover, B. Shine gave me the keys to the Range Rover. So which one did I do? Did I take it or you gave me the keys?
Sean told me. What you mean?
Which one did I do, Shine? Did I take the Range Rover or you gave me the key?
First and foremost, this is hearsay.
Right.
No, it's
this real life.
Hold on. Let me. What's the context clues? What happened? Told her you what?
We was at a party. Puff was about to throw a party at the Caprini's on Wall Street. Puff was throwing a party at Caprini's, Cipriani's, right? And the Cipriani's was on Wall Street. Now we was all at the Flateau Hotel up here on 47th Street. I came late, running around doing shit for Puff. Shine pulls up in front of the hotel, saying where Puff at, Black. Said Puff is upstairs, Black. I need you to jump in this truck and listen to this music before I give it to Puff. Boom, I jumps in the truck. Drives around the block with Shine, listening to the music, saying, yeah, Shine, I like the music. The music sound dope. I think Puff is gonna like the music. Gets back in front of the hotel. Puff and the whole entourage is downstairs. Got limousines outside. Puff says, yo, Shine, jump in the limousine with me. Black, take the key to the parking lot. Your tickets is inside. Come back, and we gonna meet you at the party. Park the truck in the parking lot. I ain't parked the truck. I went to the Bronx to go get my tuxedo. Because that was my ride to the Bronx. Let me go get my tuxedo, come back down to the party. Shine, I don't make it back down to the party because I get pulled over leaving the Bronx. Police was like, yo, who vehicles? I said, it was my boss' vehicle. He's like, with lights and registration. I don't know nothing about Range Rovers. I don't know the glove compartment. I don't know how to open it. So the police say, yo, until we get to the bottom of this, I'm going to take you in custody. So now when the police got me in custody, they called his grandmother because the Range Rover was registered to his grandmother. She said, I don't know what's going on. You got to call my grandson. Now, meanwhile, they can't get in touch with Shyne. Shyne is in the club. But when they did get in touch with Shyne, Shyne said, what the fuck was he doing in the Bronx? He wasn't supposed to be in the Bronx. He stole a vehicle. I went up north 3 years.
Oh, wow.
Word up. That's
What?
That's exactly how that went down. See, you ain't even know about that.
Why would you? Wait, hold on. First of all, Sean is doing good for Belize.
Nah.
Hold on.
Nah.
He's a representative. He's putting on for his country.
And,
Slow down.
And he said Puff turned. See all these clowns,
Hold
right?
on.
Real shit.
Nah.
Hold
Let the
on.
OG talk. Listen.
Hold on.
real shit.
No.
He called Puff a rat. You said Puff ain't had your back. He did this for years.
Yeah.
But you told on him first.
We got
The
me
culture is weird.
Hold on. Hold on. Let
You
me.
told on me first, bro.
First.
You told the
So why
police
would
you told the police that I took the vehicle when you gave me the key to the vehicle. First and foremost.
Okay.
It don't matter. Just you supposed to say if that's how it was supposed to go down. I gave him the key, but he wasn't supposed to go to the Bronx. That's how it was supposed to be coming out of his mouth.
Respect.
Right? And ain't supposed to come out that he stole the vehicle because I had authorization to have the vehicle.
How you go north for 3 years? I don't. Like,
When I'm known for 3, my record was crazy. So that's a grand larceny felony for me. That's a fucking deep felony.
so why
3
you
years.
You ain't call nobody or nothing?
Yeah, I called Puff and all of them, and Shyne would never get on the phone. I was calling Puff all that. Puff saying, yo, Shyne, Puff saying, yo, Black, Shyne said he ain't pressed charges. Well, the DA saying that they got charges against me for possession of stolen property, grand larceny. What's that? That's the Range Rover.
What else was in there?
I don't know. I know they locked me up for possession of stolen property, grand larceny. That's what my conviction, that's what my commitment said to go up north.
You went to trial?
No, Blue, I copped out. If I'd went to trial, I'd probably still been in there. I probably wouldn't have been at this mic right now. I took the plea.
Nah, he did go to prison for that. He could bring that. Sit down over to you. Nah, that's what
You
really
and Shyne had
happened.
issues before that happened? You and
Never had issues with that.
Nothing,
Never
right?
had issues with Shyne, nothing. I always thought Shyne was a great rapper and all that. Just that one incident made me bitter with Shyne.
What year was that, Black? Just right after Belly?
Maybe a little before Belly. Maybe. I can't really remember pinpoint when it was. I got to go look at my rap sheet and find out the dates. That's what's gonna make me put it back into perspective. When I look at my rap sheet and find out what the commitment said to get going to the Department of Corrections.
Well, I don't understand. Why wouldn't they come and say that you didn't take it? Why would they go? That doesn't make sense.
That's what he did.
Well, the police, I know when I was coming back down from the Bronx, the police pulled me over and was talking about the music was loud. Boom, all right, what's up, brother? What's up, officer? How can I help you? License, registration, I ain't got that, officer. I ain't got that. So who vehicle you driving? I'm driving my boss vehicle. Well, where's the registration? I don't know where it's at. I don't know where it's at. So now by me saying that, well, we gonna have to take you into custody. All right, so they took me in custody. I was in custody all night. Then they brought me down Central Booking. In the morning, they said they spoke to Shyne. They spoke to the owner of the vehicle. This is what the police said. We spoke to the owner of the vehicle, and you're going to Central Booking on grand larceny charges. You didn't have authorization to have the vehicle. So the police told me.
Okay.
So now, boom, they lock me up. Boom, I get indicted on possession of stolen property. I get indicted because of my record. I get indicted. So that when I get indicted, that makes my enhancement go up. When you know about predicates and persistence. Yeah, when you know about that, then you'll understand the system. So me, I'm prior felony. I'm already a convicted felon before these charges. You know what I mean? So when them charges came into play, then that just put more influence on the charges.
Why you don't talk about that?
Huh?
Why you don't talk about your case?
Who?
Shyne.
Yeah.
For years he talked about Puff. See, these are haters.
Yeah. Why you don't talk about
You're
you
bitter.
blocking JayBlack up
Yeah.
for fake taking your Range Rover when you gave me permission to take it?
Did you take the Range Rover or not, Jay?
I took the Range Rover to the Bronx when I wasn't supposed to.
But you didn't steal the car.
But I ain't steal it because I had the keys to it. I had authorization to go park it. So how could I steal it when I had authorization to go park it? I didn't have authorization to go to the Bronx though. But that's not stealing it.
It's not. No.
All right, then that's where we at with it. That's
So
where we are today.
When you speaking to Puff, so you didn't get bailed out of nothing.
Nothing. Nothing. And then Puff bailed me out plenty times. Plenty other times before that. Puff bailed me out. Just that particular time he ain't do it. He's like, yo, I don't know.
Probably ain't keep it 100 with Puff.
You know what I mean? Yeah, Shyne probably wasn't keeping it 100 with him.
And so you
know what I mean? But I'm calling every day, collect.
You don't think that bit hurt you, Black, in your career?
Yeah, that shit fucked me up, Big. You know what I mean? But it was good though, cause I got close to a lot of my jail niggas. And I always pledge allegiance to jail niggas. Cause that's why I'm in these streets out here fighting for them jail niggas, so I can send them niggas what they need. Cause niggas don't give a fuck about them niggas, and them niggas is official up there. Facts.
So when he got locked up,
Who?
Shyne
got locked up from the shooting in New Year's Eve.
I know. I said, but when? You wasn't in
No, I was up north. I'm sitting in the day room up north, and he's like, yo, Black, come here, B, your niggas is on TV. I come in the day room, I see all this shit going on. Jennifer Lopez, Puff, and Shyne get charged with shooting at the club. I say, ain't this about a bitch? See what happens when you do bad, you do dirt, you get dirt. Murder's born. It's what happened, bro.
Just look at his history.
Real shit, my nigga.
Who bangs out in front of 1 million witnesses? You a clown.
Yeah, yeah.
You deserve to go do 100 years.
Real talk.
You did it in front of 100 people. And then you pointing the finger at this executive.
And then you got Shyne, and then you got Wolf and you got Wolf and Diddy. Wolf ain't going nowhere. And what happened with Wolf? He ain't go nowhere. Only he's one person that got convicted, went to jail on that whole Jennifer Lopez shooting. Now with Shyne, Jamal Barrow.
And you took the vehicle to the Bronx.
And I took the vehicle to the Bronx. When I was supposed to take the vehicle, he gave me the keys. The keys was already in the joint, Black. This is what the instructions was. Yo, Puff, Shyne, jump in this limo with me. Black, take the vehicle to the parking lot. I'm going to see you down in the parking lot. No doubt, my nigga. I'll see you later.
But why would he automatically do that if y'all didn't have no issue? I don't make sense.
Because he didn't want me to have a Shyne riding around in a Range Rover, maybe. That's what I'm thinking.
He probably didn't think you would do right. Is right.
Yeah, because it's just like you got a Cullinan, and you give it to your man, and you give your man instructions to do something with the Cullinan. You don't want him riding around in Brooklyn with your Cullinan. Fuck is you doing?
Should have did that to you.
You still shouldn't have did it though.
You don't deserve to go to jail for that. No.
Son went to jail, possession of stolen property, grand larceny, man. That was the charges.
Gangland. He gangland.
That was
the generation.
That was the charges, man. The charges was possession of stolen property, grand larceny, $50,000. That's the charges, nigga. I copped out to those charges. I wish I would have known. I'd have brought my rap sheet so you could see it.
You was hurt behind that.
I was sick behind that. I was up north jerking arms. I'm sorry, man. Well, I'm just trying to, I'm just trying to be real though, my nigga. Like, yeah, I know, my nigga. Yeah, man.
You can't do that.
Yeah, my nigga. Like, this is my life. My life is on the line. But it's just real. If I hold it back, I'm not keeping my life real. Real shit. And I understand his wife and they Muslims and they. It's just certain stuff they might have to step out the room for me to talk. Yeah, because I don't want to be disrespecting my man or disrespecting his wife. 100%. But I like to talk freely though. Yeah. So when my man say, yo, Black, you can't talk like that, I respect it, but I can't talk freely. Yeah. Like, it's my man, I honor him and respect him and all that. But then sometimes I slip out because I'm not into the culture like he's into the culture. Yeah. So certain things that I miss up on, like, if somebody here that was a Muslim, then it would be different. Like, to y'all, it's not offensive. To us, it's not offensive. Because you're not
Muslim. We come from Africa.
Yeah, but it's
Muslim.
Yeah, but it's just
we
different.
We all Muslim. For y'all came over here banging and all that weird, we Muslim first.
And I understand
Where
that.
was you in Sierra
But I didn't take my shot.
You took your shot in Rikers
you right. You
a liar.
Yeah.
You just ain't praying.
Oh, Lord.
Don't do that.
Oh, Lord.
Muslim, you always in. Ain't no jumping out.
Yeah, you right.
You in that car for life.
Yeah, but hold on.
What?
I get what he's saying. He's saying that you are more invested into the culture.
Why don't you take your shahada in? He's Muslim.
Yeah, that's true. But some people backslide.
Oh, then what happens when you blood and you jump out the car?
I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know.
You get washed up.
Well,
you don't jump out of God's car. You always in God's car. I don't care what you do. You roll with God. Forget your big homie God, number one.
Some people don't take it as serious as others.
I came up in that era.
I can see that you take it extreme. We can see
Yeah,
that.
I was in the 90s. I was wearing throws in high school.
And it's respected.
Yeah, this is who we are.
Yeah.
And I go to any yard. I'm getting on that tier corner of the van. It could be 1,000 bloods. I was on the island. C-73 man solid who. But it got to make sense. We was Muslim in New York. 5%ers. That came later. We ain't West Coast guys. We don't do that. See, that's what happened out here. You lost your way. And now everybody smack you in the back of your head. Get back to your roots. Get back to the honor. Right? And the intelligence, knowledge over self. And then we'll win together. Right?
Makes sense.
All right. So you Muslim, right?
Yeah.
All right.
But I backslide.
Oh, well, get back. You can get back.
You can't force somebody to say, what's up? You
You
can't do that.
I done see many bigger. My man F.O., you from Queens, right?
I am.
Fox wasn't playing with them guys. Kate Vincent wasn't playing. He had niggas ironing clothes and everything. Homie, get out of line. F.O. put you in line.
What F.O.? Maserati Fox?
Yeah, Fox.
Okay.
Jamel, I used to give him the bean pies. Yeah.
But what?
He used to come through in Ramadan.
What happened to Maserati? Where's he at?
Good brother.
killed.
They killed him, but he was
that's
a good brother.
that's the dude that 50 Cent. Nah, not 50 Cent, but that was he got killed when it was snowing out. He was in the car.
Yeah, but he had them pink slips.
Yeah,
he said, he said, yo, look at Boo Boo. Look what he sent me some bread. They respected his handle. Homie was official.
Yeah, Fox was official.
Yeah.
I lived with him for a little bit.
Yeah, he's official.
Yeah, rest in peace to Fox.
I'm doing the 225 out there in the
Yeah,
yard.
official.
That nigga come around, he want to curl it.
Yeah, that's
I said,
crazy.
damn, everything I'm
225.
doing, I hit the bag, he hit the
Yeah,
bag.
that's crazy.
I like, damn, what's up with him?
Fox was a good dude.
Good dude.
I never met him.
Good dude. Energy like you.
Yeah.
Big energy.
Yeah, that's good. That's
Rest
good.
in
That's
peace to
good. That's
Maserati
good.
Fox. But yeah, you gotta be a little easy, man. You gotta be easy with people, man. You gotta be gentle, man.
I'm
You
Muslim.
can't- Respect.
Nah, that's
respect,
all I
man.
got.
Respect to the Muslims.
I'm gonna die like this. This is where we come from, Africa.
Respect, but sometimes everybody's not on the same wave as you.
Yeah, but then
gotta
you
learn
had
it.
someone on your show that disrespect Malcolm. He said Malcolm was a rat.
You talking about King Erna?
You never disrespect Malcolm. El Haj Malik Shabazz.
Yeah, he said that, but he corrected it. He said
What about Farrakhan?
He said he was checked.
What about
by the
Farrakhan?
brothers and it was a mistake.
What about Farrakhan?
What Minister Farrakhan?
Yeah.
What about him?
Before Malcolm got killed, he did a speech saying he should be beheaded in Newark. This is history. But we so gangsters, we don't get into the research. And you following this man. He said Father Muhammad came on a ship. Who the hell came on a ship?
Let me ask you a question, since you talking about that.
Fabricated the
The
religion.
guy that shot Malcolm X with the shotgun was in Jersey the
He
whole
was
time.
from Newark. He was my old head.
Exactly. Y'all
He
ain't
was
say
my
nothing.
old head. I
Y'all
was
ain't
a
say nothing.
baby.
Y'all ain't say
I didn't
nothing.
find out.
Y'all ain't say nothing.
I'm going to tell you the history.
Y'all ain't say
Let me
nothing.
tell them the history.
They got a school
I
of
found
Malcolm X in Jersey. And
I
he
found
killed
out
another
later.
block.
But listen.
That's crazy.
I found out later.
That's mockery. That's not mockery
I
to you.
found out later.
Yeah,
I was
crazy.
a baby.
Come on, man. You an
Old
old man.
head. And I fell back from him.
You don't feel crazy?
Do I feel crazy?
Like knowing that, like, yo, this man, you got a school of Malcolm
When
X.
Malcolm
High
X,
school.
listen, when Malcolm X got killed, this when all the gangs and everything started sweeping. This when all the drugs. He was a federal informant, the murderer. He was a Fed. My OG was a Fed. You understand? This is why the kids, when Malcolm X died, it was cool to kill Black America. He was like a Nipsey Hussle death in that time. When Malcolm died, we start killing each other. Malcolm was the Black Messiah. No Islam is coming. He was honorable, pure in heart, pure in spirit. He did not compromise. You know all the cities, we could go from Philly, all the cities in Jersey, even Harlem, the Muslims was doing corrupt things. Malcolm was going to kick them out the mosque. Look at Elijah Muhammad and compare him to Malcolm X. It's no comparison. Who was Malcolm X teaching? Farrakhan. He turned on him. He went to Mecca and he got murdered by black people. And this dude was running in the hood. He was the biggest guy in Trenton State Prison. They honored him. The old heads honored him. Why you think all the drugs coming in? Sound like 100 keys, Kufi on. They taught us this crap. Robberies. It wasn't pure. Now look at the kids now. There's no honor. They all killing each other. Look at Philly. 300,000 Muslims. They got 400 bodies. Where's the fear of Allah at? You mean to tell me the bag is better? The streets, that's why I stopped selling drugs. Because I ain't want to kill no Muslim. So it's no honor out here with nobody. And that came from that murder. So if you don't talk about El Hajj Malik Shabazz murder, he lived next door to Miss Betty Shabazz.
With all 7 daughters.
He grew up with him.
All 7 daughters.
Old boy hit him with the shotty.
Grandson just killed the grandmother.
But old boy did it in front of the kids.
Word.
And he was in the Muslim community all through his life. Don King gave him $1 million.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
These guys is rats. It's a level to a rat. I ain't talking about the rat you get knocky telling you. These niggas is federal informants in the hood. I know it.
Yeah,
Where the Muslims at when cats getting killed in North? Where they at? Where they at in Philly? Why they ain't protesting? Why they ain't strapping up going in the hood? Because this is how they was raised as hypocrites. So yeah, we gotta be honorable. Just like what he said about Puff. Ain't nobody coming in changing your life. That man changed your life, protect that man. Biggie, greatest rapper of all time. He taught Little Kim how to rap. Did he?
Definitely.
Little C's is not a rapper. Did he do that?
Definitely.
So why would a guy go out and make mockery of this guy? And we give these guys platforms. We got to start checking this stuff. That's you know, weird. If it didn't work for you in your life, all right, cool. But all you got is an opportunity. Right? But this is what we do in the game. We snake each other, we manipulate, and we kill. And then Malcolm's doing, and Farrakhan's doing a Million Man March. Pull it up. He made a speech in North. Why did he go to jail for conspiracy to murder? You got to look at these things. But we honor these guys. There's no honor, man. There's no honor. There's no truth out here. A black Messiah was murdered. Nipsey was murdered, right? There's no honor. All these rappers got more money than Nip. Where they at? Ain't nobody in our inner city. Ain't nobody in our hood. Where they at, Black?
Ain't not around.
Ain't not around. They leave and don't come back. They don't teach us about credit and things of that nature, but they give the kids guns and drugs.
Yeah, or packs.
And these is coming from the big homies.
Yeah, the packs. Oh,
and when a young nigga gets smoked, right?
No honor, man.
They get another young nigga, get him the gun. You the holster.
Yeah,
you just a holster. He don't give him the game. He ain't gonna give him the plug so he can get right. Only one nigga get 300 keys. You understand? You gotta know this history. And they manipulate. When they get to jail, they be the best blood and the best Muslim. When they get out, they the horrific crimes. And it's not for the people, it's for themselves. Cause your mom, I was talking to Libby. Libby ran with Kevin Childs, some honorable guys. You know, Childs, yeah. I know they talk about the thing with the guy Poe, right? But there ain't no rules and none of that shit. Ain't no rules or nothing. Right?
Now.
I'm just saying, you keep it 100, you stand tall through 100 years. Who gonna take care of your mom? These niggas don't take care of niggas' kids. Moms. These niggas is foul. They're career drug dealers. Well, you wanna blast this nigga, he rat. There's a million rats. Ain't nobody blast Big Mustafa. Yeah. Ain't nobody blast, his name's William Bradley. And ain't nobody blast Farrakhan.
Yeah, still.
He don't even pray as a Muslim. Yeah. He said a man came on a ship and we all ran with it. Black men ain't gonna do this. It's like with you. You're a legend. People, I took him to This Is 50 and Nelson wouldn't let him in. And I looked at Nelson, you ain't gonna be here with 50 long. Cause you a clown, you just running with the flow.
That's what happened.
You gotta honor your guys, man.
He ain't let him in.
So, you know, you look at all these guys, a kid talking about his father, young boy talking about his father 50. You never go against your Abu. So it's no honor left. You know what I mean? And it's good that you got that thing going on with Erna. You know what I'm saying? Where they could fight it out instead of killing each other. Right?
Paparazzi Poe and King Erna.
Yeah.
Shout out to them.
Yeah. But JayBlack, you ain't got no bad boy without that team.
Yeah, facts.
When I feel him, it's the energy. I don't want no money from him. I just like to be around him.
Yeah, it's facts.
Great energy.
Look.
Hey.
That's my man, B. He goes hard for me.
I come from that era. I was the youngest cat on the block with the throwball in the early
He goes
90s.
hard. I got to go hard for him, man. I got because he go hard for me. He push me, man. He drives me, man.
I respect.
He'll wake me up and say, let's go, bro.
I respect it.
So I respect that.
Yeah.
Like nobody else is doing that. To the legend.
So.
And sometimes I get tired because I get lazy. Because I did it. As far as I'm concerned, niggas ain't did movies. You was in a movie? Yeah, real talk. Like
I was in a TV show, not a movie.
the movie. Do you get residuals?
Yes.
Are you Screen Actors Guild? Are you a member of the Screen Actors Guild?
Yes. Are you crazy?
Okay, then we in the right direction then.
Yeah, hold on.
We can talk.
It's
Anybody else that
you about to catch a speeding ticket? You
no,
going
listen,
90 right now.
listen now. Anybody that's not dealing with what we dealing with, they can't relate, right?
I get residuals every month. I was on Tosh.0. I just dropped the clip.
Okay, good. Congratulations.
Yeah. But that's not about me and what I did. It's about you right now.
It's about all of us really. But what we about to do?
What's next for JayBlack?
A book. I got a book coming.
Life of a Bad Boy.
Yeah, you know, I got a book and Life of a Bad Boy, and then we might have a couple of
podcast.
podcasts.
Okay.
I got a story to tell,
I got a story to tell.
and maybe a couple of features, and some my own production joints. You know, I got two mean joints right now. I'm trying to sell to the world right now. I ain't in no rush though. I want to be careful with it because there's a lot of money niggas out there that steal it from me. So I got some interesting black and white on paper. So book, podcast, and a couple of movie deals, and then I'm done. B, gonna take me to the coffin.
Bad Boy.
Because I left a legacy. When it comes to Bad Boy and Belly, my legacy's left. Facts.
Don't get yours, B.
Definitely. To this day. That's all I hear to this day. I'm going to get yours. And it's still relevant because we shot in 98. We in 2021. Anywhere I go, West Coast, Miami, Atlanta, it's always going to be somebody that say, yo, Black, I don't give a fuck what you say, B. You that nigga that they strip naked and Belly, B, you incredible.
It's a classic
Word
movie.
on. That's what I hear all around the world, bro.
Classic
And we
movie.
shot that in 98. Here we are 20 yeyears later.
You know, Tyler Barber's in it.
I just told my man we gotta go there and shoot that barbershop up because we about to do a lot of shit. So
Tyler Barber was in there.
yeah, are they still there at the Coliseum?
Nah, Ty, they on Merrick right now. American 118th.
You got to send the location to the
Ty,
homie
the guy that
phone.
came out and shot, that's Ty.
Yeah.
Remember, I was just telling you about that. I said, yo, we got because remember they passed off the gun. All right, word.
Yeah.
All right, so I gotta go there. I gotta go there.
Ty owns the
We
shop.
need to go there and sit
one
down
that-
with
the
the
one
dude.
that- the one
He
that-
gonna love us. He gonna love if I pop up in there. They gonna love
Nas
it.
gave a gun to, his name is Ty.
Okay.
Okay, right.
He owns the shop.
All right.
He owns the next millennium.
All
It's
right,
on
yeah, we gotta go there. We gotta
118th,
shoot. I gotta pull up.
from
I gotta pull up on that spot one day.
Okay, cool.
Sit in there and get a haircut. They ain't even gonna know who they dealing with.
They ain't ready, man.
Yeah, but then you might have a nigga that be like, yo, son, that's the dude, bro.
Yeah.
Cause I get a lot of that. Yo, bro, I don't care what you say, you the dude. Like, no, I ain't, B. That's what you talking about, man. Not me. That's like, nah, you lying, you the dude. And I never seen these dudes a day of my life.
Well, you know what they're gonna say now when you leave this show, right?
Yeah, I know. This show's big show right here.
When
Nah, you
you
know-
talk about the skit, Money, Power, Respect skit.
Money,
They
power,
talk about
respect.
that.
You know.
Oh yeah,
lot of joints.
I got a lot of
Reenact
joints.
that, Black. How you? What was
got-
the screen? Did you write that?
Yeah, wrote it.
Reenact
Yeah, I
it.
wrote it.
Do you
I wrote
see
that
this?
joint.
Talk about it.
Play it.
Play.
Yeah, play that
Can't play it on the
motherfucker.
joint
Can't
now.
play it on
Oh,
yeah.
well, you know the script on the scene on Money, Power, Respect, the joint. Like
heard
you
it,
know,
heard it
we was riding around looking for the locks, and then I said to him, man, the little nigga, where the locks at? Don't you be with the locks? He's like, yo, I don't be with the locks, all that. I pulls out the gun. Do you see this, you bitch? Like, you see the gun? He's like, yo, stop hitting me with the gun. Stop hitting me with the gun. Shut the fuck up. Where the locks at?
Yeah. I heard
Like,
that.
yo, Jada Kiss be over there. They got pounds and all that. That was an incredible interlude. They gave me $3,000 for that. And then after each interlude, they was giving me like $3,000. Each interlude, Raekwon and all them niggas calling me from Stapleton. You're Black, we need you to do some interludes on the Wu-Tang joint. But I just, after Big died, man, I was like, fuck the industry, bro. I don't want to have nothing to do with the industry. And then my man pushed me, bringing me back. Like, yo, come on, son, because you're an icon, you're relevant. And I be feeling like I don't, you know, I do what my man want to do it. Though we gonna do it because he goes hard, and I see his dedication, and I see his allegiance to it.
Yeah.
So I gotta rock with him.
Shout out
You
to
know what I mean? But for me, I'm
Chilling.
sand beaches, nigga. Let's relax, nigga. But my man want to go hard, so you know I got to put the next 50 years of my life going hard again. You know what I mean? And not nothing to be going hard like I don't want no big shit. I just want our shit. Mm-hmm. I want our shit to take off.
You already took off.
You know what I mean? I want our shit to be crazy. I mean it's big, but you know I want me and my mans and his family to eat. You feel me? Because he go hard for me. Anywhere in the world, anywhere I'm at in the world, he go hard for me.
Well, we already eating because you getting blessed.
You know
That's
what
it's all about, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So we here with you guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We wave right now.
We sitting on this nice IKEA joint right here, B. This definitely look like an IKEA piece right here, man.
Macy's.
Okay.
It's nice. It feels nice.
Macy's, man. Slow down, man.
I know that's right.
Do you have any last words?
Nah, is there anything we missed out on that you want to speak about before we wrap it up?
I just want to say thanks to you guys, man. I wish you guys, the best of luck in your travels, bro, and you know, and keep getting guys like me to come get in this mic.
Oh yeah,
because
let them know that big love Pac. You told me that.
Oh yeah, definitely B.I.G. There was times where B.I.G. when we used to go to California, Pac used to pick us up. You know what I mean? Nobody tell you these stories. You know what I mean? And then when I tell these stories, people think I'm lying. You know what I mean? But I don't get offended when you think I'm lying. It's just you wasn't there. You offended because you wasn't there. You know what I mean? So Pac and Big had a real good relationship. Only thing that changed that relationship was Suge. You know what I mean? Suge bagged Pac out of Clinton Correctional Facilities, put him on a G550 and flew him to Los Angeles and said, you want to do these albums? I had to pledge allegiance to Suge Knight. If anybody bail you out on a appeal bail, you sentence. You already sentenced in the Department of Correction. You're doing your time. You got your commitment and all that. Now you get sprung from this dude. This dude comes spring you from jail. You in jail and you come springing from jail. Mm-hmm. I'm committed to you. What you need me to do in your life? And that's where the relationship soured with.
Big was hurt behind that.
Of course he was. Of course he was. Because before Suge, it was a relationship. You know what I mean? Snoop and all the niggas will tell you right now. Like they like Suge changed a lot of shit for us. You know what I mean? We wanted to be nice. We wanted to do albums with niggas from the West Coast. We wanted to collaborate with West Coast niggas. But Suge was like, no. Now look at what's going on now when Suge is out the picture. What niggas doing? Real shit.
Yeah.
Niggas is collaborating and all that right now.
Everybody good.
Niggas going to both coasts, no problems. You know what I mean? So niggas was scared of Suge? I don't know. Niggas had a certain level of respect for him. And so once Suge started getting knocked out, now the respect level diminished. Why? Why does that work? Why does that happen? Nigga get knocked out, your respect, your muscle game is diminished. Once a nigga see you pussy, why you get finished? And that's what's going on with our youth today. The pride getting away. You understand what I'm saying? When it's not even about that, who's tough and who's it's not even about that. It's how can we help each other to move forward.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? It's not about, and then the pride be in the way. Like, I don't want niggas to think I'm pussy on the street. Yeah. When you're not a gangster. Because you ain't really did gangster shit. But you're not a pussy. I'm not no motherfucking niggas to show the world that they're not a pussy. Broad daylight. And don't not even live that life. Not even that life, but just because of the area and involvement. Fuck it, I'm gonna show these niggas I ain't pussy. Now you shoot this nigga in the face and go get 30 years. Stupid.
And right. You want honor, like you said, man.
Yeah, and this is what's going on in our communities today, bro. Like everybody want to be tough gangsters when your niggas can't even live with the gangsters. Y'all can't do the gangster shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like gangsters, the shit they do, different, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody in all the hoods from all over, Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, everybody want to be a gangster. And then us as old times, we gotta watch them niggas because they'll kill us if we get in the wrong lane. They'll kill us, bro.
They ain't gonna kill me.
You know what I mean? If you get in the wrong lane, if you get in that wrong lane, B.
You smart. I don't get high. We don't do drugs. We don't drink.
You know,
when man praying to God, it's the most dangerous man in the world.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It's the most dangerous. That's the one I'm scared of. Once you got God, it's over for everything else.
But yeah,
and that's why I said the mindset of Puffy, bro.
Yeah, he's a
was
monster, B.
retarded. That marketing mindset.
Yeah, he's a beast,
Putting
man.
Biggie in Versace. Black, you seen
Michael Jackson with the Kango hat on.
Oh,
That's
come
who got
on.
Michael Jackson wearing Kango
You
hat.
gotta be a hater. You talk about him.
Big
He-
and yeah, how you
gotta
gonna
be a
hate on
hater.
Puff though?
You a hater.
Who knows?
Yeah, like whatever happened in their personal relationship, I can't hate on him. I pledge allegiance to him for the rest of my life in his movement, because that's what's gonna feed me for the rest of my life. That
To the United
movement.
States of America and to the Republic. I'm joking.
Word up. You know what I mean?
Yo, listen.
Wow.
We gotta wrap it up.
It's dope. This is good. I did not know what to expect coming in here today, man.
So how you feel?
I feel
feel
great.
good.
Feel marvelous.
Scale 1 to 10. What you give it?
I'm gonna show you what I give it, man.
I say no more. That's it.
I don't really do scales of 1 to 10s, you know what I'm saying? But when you leave this show today, you can tell everybody one thing, man. You cool, man. You cool.
Oh my God.
That's it.
man.
He a cool
You're a
man.
cool man. You are.
Yeah.
He gave
This
you
is
the joint.
this is beyond the scale of 1 to 10, man.
Right.
This past that.
You gave it to him 3 times.
The word is born.
No,
He
that's
definitely
that's
did.
twice. That's twice.
No,
That's
you
three.
Turned to 3. Yeah, showed me 3 times.
You said you
I
gave
love
me
it.
that. You bugging
Man,
me.
that's three times.
Oh my God! I remember when he get. I remember when he get that. Gee, chill, man. Gee, unplug the thing. Unplug it because it's gonna make the noise when you turn it. It's scary.
my drink, B. Y'all see what it is. Y'all know what it is. Let me get this with my captioning.
What is a picture or video? What you doing?
That's it. Good. I'm good like that. That's what I got.
That's what I got.
Yeah, get out of here, man. Yo, G,
Yeah, man.
Gee, what you giving me credit for, man?
Yo,
Thanks for having us, yo. We here, B.
He put
All right, man, sit down. We gotta sign out.
We representing
Just
this
sit
drink, B. Y'all see what it is, B.
Just
We here.
G, don't tell me.
we made
G,
it.
don't tell me. G,
Yeah.
don't do it.
Yeah.
G, don't. G,
Yeah.
we made it.
Yeah.
That's 4 times, G.
Yeah.
G, you bugging, G.
We made
it, me and my man. We made
That's
it.
4 times.
White B, we made it, White B. What?
What?
We made it.
We can't turn around
That's
4
a
times,
fact.
G.
We made it to the Mason's couch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, sit down so we can sign. Hey, yo, sign out, G. Sign out, man.
I can't do this today.
Sign out, man.
I can't with this
Made
guy.
it to the Mason's
Hold on,
couch.
sign out. Let's leave him.
Yo,
The mics, y'all see the mics?
Sign out.
Crazy. We made it.
I got the same shoes too. That's crazy.
Come on, G. Sign out. Ignore him.
Yo, man, dope episode.
Pants now, because I'm playing the pants game today. Pants game. Mean. They said, yo, where you get them pants from? I said, a thrift shop.
Hold on. Give
lying.
2 minutes. We
We gotta sign off. Can you sit down?
2 minutes.
lying. This whole outfit came from a thrift shop.
Yo, look, dope episode, man. Shout out to, Michelle one time. Shout out to the whole team. Make sure you follow the pages at DJGmoney156, at Queens Flip with a Z, at Flip the Script Pod. Shout out my man Rome one time.
Yeah, shout out to Rome.
Arts Glazer on the hoodie and the logo. He did Michelle one time logo
Did he?
also. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying? Hold on. Yo, Baz, can you come in here real quick, Baz? Fix the camera one time? Can we?
I really enjoyed y'all though, V.
Nah, this is dope.
We gotta do
Let's go.
more.
Come
We
here,
got
we need
more.
you.
We got more. We definitely got more. We come another time. We give you some more.
Can you fix this camera right here? This transaction? Before we wrap it up.
Very
Shot-
professional.
Shout to my man.
Psych.
Shout to my
Shout
man
out
Basco
Basco.
one time. Happy
Happy
birthday!
You're fired. You're fired now. You're fired.
Take that. Go home now. Get out
Happy
of here.
birthday, Vasco. Happy birthday, my
Get
man
outta here.
Vasco.
You filthy animal.
Yes, brother.
Shout out to your
So
solid,
look,
man.
my man
Plenty more,
Basco.
my brother.
I get out of here, man.
No doubt. He
Alright,
official.
good.
He official.
That's
He
it.
Yo,
official.
it's Queens Flip URLTV.tv, man. Shout out to the dope guests that came in. I really enjoyed this episode. I didn't know what to expect, but speechless.
This was
You know what I'm
great.
saying?
This
But
was
lock
great.
your doors, close your windows, close your blind, open your blind. If you see a man like JayBlack on your lawn, put it away. He don't mean no harm. But don't let him in, because he'll try to... I'm from Queens.